Welcome. This is the 16th session, I believe, unless I'm getting that completely wrong.
You'd be correct.
I'm pretty sure we're on 16. Last we left off, it was a while ago, like 4 weeks ago at this point. So we're probably due for a bit of a refresher, and I'm going to solicit the aid of the players here to remember the exact things that occurred. You guys are still in Zalam, or at least in the outskirts of Zalam at this point. You are on a boat in the water, out of the dock that is maybe like a quarter day's travel from Zalam.
Yes.
With a seafaring, a fisherman, a Goliath by the name of Captain Herkel.
I forgot his name, but thank you.
Captain Herkel Crouch is his name.
I didn't.
He's a very heavy-set Goliath man. He's like a full 9 feet tall. The ship that he is like, if you can even call it a ship, the boat that he's on is a motorized boat. It looks like there is some sort of like some actual tech that is running in the back, whether it's steam or gas or whatever the hell. You guys have no idea. But you know that it does run like a motorboat does. It's a pretty bulky engine. It's not like easy to use, and it is quite loud. So there is a sail that he can set up as needed if it is that you guys need to be more stealthy. But with the motor running, it's actually quite swift, and some of you guys have to sit down to avoid falling over. He looks like He looks like he's being crammed into a clown car when he is like steering the ship, when he's steering the boat, because in order for him to steer, he has to be in the actual enclosed area. And
he's to his chest.
Yes, he on his own fills the whole enclosure. It's to the point where he actually just keeps the doors open on both sides so that he can talk to you guys, like in the case that you have something you need to tell him. And you can actually see, in order for him to get out, he has to do this whole maneuver where he like sticks his legs out first and then like almost climbs out. It's a little comical. This is obviously not his boat, or at least it wasn't his boat, or maybe he purchased it on a whim or something of that nature, but this is not designed for him. You guys are shifting out into the nighttime sea in order to find this ship, and you guys are looking on the horizon for light. The reason you are on this quest is because there was a bounty for it. Very simple. There's a bounty on the Zalam bounty board mentioning that there have been bandit raids off of the coast as well as on land. You guys came upon the knowledge through a prisoner that there were, I forget how many he mentioned, that were like 20, 25 something bandits at the time that he was there. Yeah.
7.
Yeah, there were a lot of bandits the time that he was with them on land, but they have since moved off the coast to a sort of cobbled together ship that you guys have yet to see. Curb your expectations. I made it for combat, not for aesthetics, so it is a very explicitly, this is just a combat ship, it's not supposed to look amazing. And there is a secondary objective that you all have taken up as well, as a consequence of what I'll call taunting from Yer, who effectively insinuated that Caius is his mother's son and couldn't take these guys alive, that he would also fall into the same ways as his mother apparently has, unbeknownst to him until recently. So I want to ask you guys something before we actually kick into the roleplay and you guys getting to the ship. This is going to sound like a super serious question, but I just want a yes or no. Do you think your characters have killed a sentient mortal creature before? Like another humanoid or another person just in general? Do you believe that your characters have done that?
I've already stated that Caius hasn't. He's only been fighting and killing beasts.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I killed a goblin at the Scabardi nest.
Cool. Okay. I'm fairly certain that Harvey has as well.
Oh wait, the goblins? I don't think I I did like Nuka.
You did.
You
did.
did. You did blow them up.
I did do that.
Does that count? Does that count as killing them?
I would say probably.
You know, I would.
Cool your jets there, America.
I'm trying to think. Trying to think if I would actually have Caius count that or not.
It is okay. I know that this sounds like some weird DM allowing some funky retcon stuff. We did not dwell on it very much because we were kind of in the mindset of our party's about to die and we don't want that to happen. But we also didn't dwell on it very much because, truth be told, they're goblins. They're D&D monsters, even though they are a sentient race. So we didn't dwell on it. You do not want to count it for your characters. You do not have to. We can retcon that there were no goblins, or that even if there were goblins, you left them all alive.
He was a grandfather.
My God.
Listen, just because they're a monster race, okay?
Hey, I know the kobold of the party
My
has some
goodness.
problems with this talk. But if so, Harvey, would you like to say that you have bisected a goblin?
Yes.
Cool. And Lumia, same question. Not bisecting a goblin, just like have you killed a sentient creature?
No.
Okay. And we come to Billy, who I believe has not had this question
definitely
asked
not.
to her. Definitely not. Okay, cool.
She
Cool.
would never
Um,
have. I mean, honestly, I feel like she wouldn't have been put in that predicament though. So
That's probably
we shall
true.
see how she
mostly mentioning this because humanoid creatures are going to be combatants to you guys, not just this one time. There will be future humanoid combats. And I don't want to wrestle with the sort of like moral dubiousness of, you know, the Batman problem where it's like, if we kill them, we're just as bad as them, blah, blah, blah. If you guys don't want to wrestle with it, then I won't. So we'll
That's
talk
all
about that
character
more.
development.
We'll talk about that more in depth later, but just so it's on the table in the case that something goes awry and you guys are forced to start using lethal force, that is something that you may need to think about regarding your character as to whether or not you would be comfortable with using lethal force, and if you are, how you'll feel afterwards. So, with that out of the way, we resume you guys putting along on the boat with presumably a couple of people looking out on multiple sides of the boat, but you do have some time to discuss the plan in character. Obviously, we've got Captain Hercule, who is putting along and actually steering the ship, so all you guys really need to do is look for the ship itself. And you will find it. I know that we have this map up right now, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, you're going to find it.
Gotcha. First off, I wanted to ask, are there any oars on this boat?
There's two.
Okay, good. Just in case we want to make our approach even quieter.
Even more quiet.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
for sure.
make a dumb
Yes.
joke and say like, "Oh, there's like rock oars."
I was gonna say, yeah. I was gonna say iron and copper.
Yeah, what oars? Huh?
Oh, you know what? Let me actually get the aesthetics of this to be more appropriate for your guys' nighttime endeavor. There we go.
Damn.
That was
Nice.
cool.
Somebody just shut off the sun immediately.
Was this ray tracing?
Is this ray tracing? Yeah. Do you guys have anything that you want to discuss in character about your plans of action? Because as of right
So-
now, I know that we've had plenty of discussion
Okay.
out of character.
I was about to say, so because I think the last thing we talked about was like when Caius was telling everybody or thinking of ways where Lumia could fly up to keep it a surveillance in the sky once we can get Harvey on the ship, and Billy's gonna keep an eye out from sea level while me and Moggs are providing backup if needed.
Okay. All right. Sick.
Do we have any objections?
You see Hercule sort of sticks his hand out the door and raises his hand.
Yes, Hercule.
I don't remember what his accent was. Was he just pirate guy?
Yeah, he was a gruff pirate.
Cool. Let me get into that. Let me get into that real quick.
Hardy.
It's been 4 works. Arr.
just starts growling at everyone.
And there's all the Mr. Krabs.
I don't suppose you're going to expect me to get close enough to that ship to smell it, are ya?
Oh, of course not.
Actually, I just wanted to, because you said you wouldn't get it anywhere within 100 feet.
Something like that, yes.
Now, if anything was to go wrong with any of my party members on there, we would probably, since I'm staying behind, me and Moggs would probably have to have a way to get up there. But if anything were to go wrong, that's when we go loud. Can you get close just to drop us off and then get out of here yourself?
Make a persuasion check. This will be one of the only times that I will say, if you want to use guidance on this, he is going to notice, and that may change the DC for the roll. Guidance is normally not a problem in almost every other situation except for social encounters, in which case certain creatures recognize spells, and he might look at that and go, "Oh, you're trying to get one over on me, aren't you?"
Don't worry about it.
Can I assist by looking cute?
Yeah, that action can absolutely happen. So you've got advantage on this.
All right.
I feel like advantage is better too.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, hang on. Oops, I dropped one dice.
All right, well, let's see if the next one's better.
I forgot how to operate stuff in this. There we go.
Come on, baby. Well, it is.
It was technically better.
What's
My
the total?
cuteness is worth 1.
I want you to know you've cursed me.
Yeah, I did curse
Since
you
the
earlier.
beginning.
I did.
What if
No.
Lumia asks now?
Oh, now you want the high charisma character to ask. Okay, yeah.
Like,
You see, okay, what is the total? What is your bonus to charisma, if anything?
I don't have 0. I have a 0.
Lumia's just
Zero.
sitting there, like she's like glowing, like
You see that he
perfect.
kind of he puts his arm back into the the little hovel area that he's trying to squeeze himself into. He struggles for a moment. He's like, no, I don't feel comfortable listen, if I lose this ship, I lose my livelihood, all right? There's no, if I can't fish, I can't eat. If I can't eat, I can't live. And so I'm not risking the ship. I'm not risking the boat.
That's fine. I get it.
Now,
I wasn't expecting it to go straight into that.
I'm gonna put this out there for you guys. Typically, the only way that you can initiate me giving you another chance with a check is if something has fundamentally changed about the situation. In the case of investigating or perception or something, it is you got a different angle or new information or something like that. In the case of persuasion, that is literally what bribery is. It is straight up where you're like, can you do this thing? And they say no. And then you put a gold on the table and you say, can you still not do this thing? And I may give you a second chance. It's not literally 1-to-1 like that, but that's the idea where you're right. It may have been better for Lumia to make the persuasion check. However, unless something changes fundamentally about the conversation and about what's being offered to him aside from just asking him for a favor, I'm not likely to give you another chance.
What if she like leans in and like bats her eyelashes, like throws his hair back?
It'll probably have the same effect as Moggs.
What if I give him 4 gold coins?
I was about to say,
You give him 4 gold coins, you might not need to roll. So to put it into perspective, 4 gold.
How
4
How
gold
much
is
is the boat?
4 days of wages for like a city guard, and this guy being a fisherman out in the boonies probably earns like maybe a silver a day, so that's like a month's worth of food for him.
Well,
Yeah,
then,
but this is my ass on the line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay.
how much is your boat worth?
My boat? I don't rightly know. The engine probably quite a lot, but the boat itself is I don't know, maybe 500, give or take.
500 what?
Gold.
Yeah.
500. What else? Electrum. Fuck you.
Oh my god.
This guy's an asshole.
You're driving me out here in the middle of the night. Go, you gave me some booze.
No, you're
and-
driving me out here in the middle of the night.
You know that's fair.
All right. All right. Then I guess we'll go within the 100 feet. The other three will find their way aboard. And if anything goes wrong, we need a signal if anything goes wrong.
I imagine the signal might be gunfire and screaming.
Well, we would hope that's not the first thing we hear. We would like to see something rather than hear something.
I mean, even if they do succeed, you can still just use that as a signal.
You know,
gunfire.
That
If I
is
get-
also true.
If I get caught, I'm lighting the boat on fire.
What did you ask, Moggs?
No, I just said you can see gunfire.
You can see gun. Yeah.
Yeah, but normally when gunfire goes off, it means somebody has been hurt.
Unless they miss.
That is also true. Then, I guess we should just be on our way. Then.
Out of character. How advanced are the guns?
Flintlock.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
the setting itself of Ashela is a flintlock fantasy setting. There are like steam powered engines, like I'll just tell you right now, the one that is powering the boat is steam powered. There's like some steampunk, but it is mostly sort of like black powder, gritty, like gunpowder fantasy kind of deal.
Blow a hole right through you.
Exactly. Think like founding fathers style guns. That's what everyone's rocking.
Hear ye.
Tally ho, motherfucker.
All right. Well, then, if that's the case, then I guess from here we'll just have to.
There's also nothing saying that you can't just temporarily hijack the boat and fucking like rip the engine as fast as you can to drive straight into the ship. You know, there's nothing saying you can't just hijack it from them.
Yeah, there's nothing saying no, absolutely not.
There's nothing saying that you can't do that.
I've already shared a barrel L with this man. I'm not about to do.
You could still do that.
Look, Bell.
Do you want us to ram the boat? Is that what you're?
No, I'm just saying it's possible.
I mean, if he just
entirely
happens to wind up unconscious,
If he just
then we'd have to
happens
take
to-
control of the boat.
If he happens to have a wrench-sized welt in the side of his
He's
head,
gonna be
that's not-
fine. If
That's not your fault.
anyway, we will go within the 100 feet as he said. Lumia, Billy, and Harvey will make their way onto the ship. Billy from the sea, Harvey on the boat, Lumia in the air. Does that sound good?
Hold
Yep,
on.
that sounds good to me.
All right with me.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
our
the range on my
dehumidifier is
grapple?
beeping. Hold on. I need to be right back. Our dehumidifier is beeping.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no worries.
30
Pour
feet.
that shit out.
Empty the bucket, empty the bucket!
Yeah, drink it.
Drink it. Awful.
Drink that air
Lily,
water.
I
Yeah.
think said drink it.
That shit is freshly
Drink-
distilled.
No.
Freshly distilled.
Drink the air water. It's crazy.
Taste the atmosphere of your home.
Gross. Like swamp water.
It really is.
Oh,
Now this could probably fastball me 70 feet, right?
That'd
honestly,
be cool.
I there's look out of character. There's always been a scene in my head where I can just throw Moggs as far as possible.
I'm
Or like, no, not in a bad way, but in just like just like as a funny team thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so while you guys are having this conversation, Riz pipes up and goes, "So what do I do?"
You just keep being a cool little
Stay
fella.
here and look
you-
cute.
Give him a playful punch in the shoulder.
I want yes.
Give him a playful punch in the shoulder, and he falls onto his side and goes, "Ow!"
Oh, I'm sorry, bud.
That's okay. I'm just really small.
Riz, if anything goes down, you're here with Hercule. All right.
All right. I'm
I give him a hammer.
I'm part of the backup.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we're the cavalry. We got you.
Mm-hmm.
Here, hold on to this, and I give him a hammer.
Oh god. he takes it and he's like, "Okay, hold on. I can."
Raccoons have hands. Come on, you can do it.
Okay, give me a minute.
Hold it on your shoulder like a cool guy.
If I can lift it, I could totally. He
You look like
lifts it
you're
over
building
his
a
shoulder.
railroad.
I was like,
Listen, I wasn't strong when I was a person either, okay? I wasn't that.
He's about to do a strength check as a raccoon.
You know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's
I
see.
was joking.
No. I just want to see. If he rolls a nat 20, you know? He rolls an 8, that's about what I expected. He does manage to lift it over his shoulders, or over one shoulder, and then he falls because of the weight of the hammerhead.
I'll take it back and I'll give him a candle instead.
Okay, he holds it.
Where are you pulling this stuff from?
He can hold vigil
my
for
bag?
us.
I can. I'll remember you all.
Where's your
Thanks,
bag?
Riz.
Gives you.
Dying.
He shrugs. He goes, I don't know. I'm talking about gunfire and screaming. That sounds like something bad's about to happen.
All right, we're losing night. Let's get on.
Yeah, you guys, let me go ahead and I'm gonna change the map up here in a moment.
Oh, I thought this was it.
No. I originally had an exploration planned, but given the nature of the way that given the nature of the encounter, I don't think that it actually adds anything to have an encounter like an exploration encounter. You're just on the water.
Okay, well, nice.
Yep,
we found it.
All right. It takes I'll say a couple hours of the night.
Oh, this
right?
is cool.
It takes a couple hours of the night. But you guys do manage to see this from afar. You can make out as many details as you can see visually right now, but you do not see where any individuals are on any surface yet.
Are you planting?
I am going to ask for you guys to make for me a group perception check, the success of which will net you information of where the pirates are. Anything 15 or above total is a success. So Bear, I believe you just rolled a success, and Minnie, I believe you just rolled a failure.
Yeah, I rolled a failure.
Okay. That is, oh boy.
All right.
At least it's not a crit fail. So
Come on,
two to one.
Kenku recall. Come on,
Kenku recall. Let's go. Okay, so that's 2 to 2. Oh my god.
Okay, what's happening?
What the fuck? What's your, do you have your, D6 that you can roll and add to it?
Well,
what's your bonus to perception?
My bonus.
I just cursed you, Bear. That's all. That's all.
Take it back. Take it back. Just take it back.
Okay, take it back.
Am I rolling for Webby as well?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I believe Harvey's is undecided yet as to whether or not they want to use their D6.
13.
13, okay. What is 15? Okay, so
Tied.
we are tied. Webby is supposed to be kind of additive rather than,
This is
potentially
like tie-breaking.
I'll go ahead and roll for Riz as well. Success or failure, this isn't going to hurt you guys.
Unless he hits a nat 20.
He succeeds.
Woohoo!
That's perceptive record.
So let me go ahead and pull up this here. That is 4. Okay, so you net information of the guy in the crow's nest. You also net information of these 3 that are on the smaller ship.
I don't see what you're doing.
You net information. I'll show you in a moment.
Oh, okay.
You net information of the pirates that are near the crops, and you net information on the pirates that are on the tables here. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spawn a shitty no-name model, and then I'm gonna move it around so that way you guys can actually see where all of these enemy models are. We will make it Riz. We'll just make it Riz. And then GM tools, player permissions. Everyone has permissions for this Riz model. And then we're gonna light them up. So you have knowledge of these guys over here. You know that these 3 are here.
Here.
You also have knowledge of this guy up in the crow's nest.
Okay.
You also have knowledge of these guys down here on the crops. And you have knowledge of these guys over here at the tables.
Nice.
The count, I believe, that brings it up to, that's 4, 8, 10 enemies that you can see.
That's almost half.
There's almost certainly going to be more.
Mm-hmm.
So I will let you guys do with that information what you will. Now let's talk about where you guys are setting up. The first thing that I want to know is where do you guys want the boat to be in relation to this ship? We'll represent the boat with this little dinghy that I'm about to spawn. We'll represent the boat with this. Where in conjunction, like in direction to this ship, do you want it to be?
I mean, I can be out in the water.
I know. I just mean north, south, east, or west. Where do you want it to be? You're like northeast, northwest.
How about
It's
not in
going
front
to
of the
be.
cannon?
It's going to be 100 feet away.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
minimum.
like
And-
here-ish.
Okay. Sure.
I want to
let's-
be. I want to get out like somewhere. Like... Oh shit!
I did the same thing.
I think I want to get out of this. I want to be like over here sneaking.
Okay.
Oh, I wasn't like, this isn't where I'm going. I was just trying to get 100 feet away.
Yeah. I'm just trying to put the boat down in like a decent enough direction to where it's actually 100 feet away. Good enough. Cool. So the ship itself in the dead of night is in this direction here. Is that okay with everybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
That's cool.
Let's just go ahead and get your models onto the board. I want you guys to keep in mind that
Wait, real quick before anyone. I just wanna do this real quick. I'm gonna send this to the group.
We're all raccoons.
amazing.
Aw. It's original.
Prisoners unite.
I'm deleting them.
No!
You guys should all be on the boat right now. I want you guys to know that the boat model is not representative of what it actually looks like, nor is that technically representative of the direction it's facing or anything like that. It's just a placeholder, so you guys know what direction you're coming from. Where does Billy want to be?
I
Wait.
want
Are you about to physically be getting off the boat for real? Is there something I
We're
wanna do
gonna
before
set
anyone
we're gonna set
disperses?
you guys up simultaneously. So if you have anything that you want to do, you will have an opportunity to do it.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
what do you want to do to me?
Um,
Give me something.
what do you want to do to me? Lumia's gonna hop up, just kind of like steady herself, and then casually walk over and kind of pass her hand. just take off. Okay, guys. She's gonna whisper a few words and kind of just pass her hands over the faces of each of her companions to give them eyes of night.
Hell yeah, that is the 100.
Nice.
Or is that's a 300 feet. of dark
300.
vision, right?
Holy
Yes, for an
The
hour.
the
Crazy.
genuinely
Sky
ludicrous
becomes,
distance. Yeah. So who amongst you guys actually has dark vision? Who does not?
I have dark.
I think we all have it.
We all literally have.
Fairly certain everybody has dark vision. Okay, so you guys
Thanks,
know
D&D
what dark
5e.
vision is. Dark vision
We
is
become, like super.
the way dark vision works is out to 60 feet, you can see things as black and white. You can see shades of gray, but mostly it's just black and white, sort of like shapes and figures moving. Can't really make out much detail, but you can tell someone or something is there and stuff of that nature. Outside of that range, normal vision applies. So if you're, 60 feet, dark vision is pitch black, and then 120 feet away, someone lights something up like a candle, you can see that normally. It's just 60 feet away, you can see in the dark. When Lumia does this, it is like you took off sunglasses. It is seriously like you're kind of like a couple of you blink, maybe rub your eyes, maybe you have to adjust for a little bit. The nighttime does not get brighter. It just becomes easier to see. It is hard to explain or to describe. Yes, for context, that means that no matter where you are, you can see everything on this map. So don't even worry about it. There are obviously there are bits and bobs where maybe the cover that they have from you is going to prevent you from being able to see them, or an object's in the way. But generally speaking, when Lumia starts taking flight, you're going to start seeing more enemies.
Bet. All right.
So Billy, where do you want to be?
I want to be over.
I'll say because you're in the water, you can get yourself pretty much wherever you want. Over here? Like, right here?
No.
Okay, well, that's... Ah, see, you were on the bottom of the ocean, so I put
Oh.
you where you were on the bottom of the ocean.
I was right here.
Yep, that's under the ship down there.
I see.
Yes.
I was on the wrong thing.
You're on the bottom of the ocean.
I wanted to be right here.
Yes, that's is where you're at now. Good, Minnie.
Yeah.
For the love of God. Okay.
Actually, how far am I from the ship?
Let's take a gander.
Deceptively far. There.
Okay. And then, Harvey, where do you want to enter from? I will say there are only a couple of points of entry. There are the ladders that are here and here that are going to take you onto the sort of like
That's what I was thinking.
what is clearly designated as the entry ship. There is also a rope that doesn't quite lead all the way up, so it might require an athletics check afterwards, or maybe a stealth check. There is a dinghy over here with a rope.
Could I do
ladder
an
that
acrobatics check if I want to like do a flip up it or something?
I would still say that would require a great feat of strength to lift your whole body up like that. Not like an insane feat of strength, but just enough to where it would be still an athletics check.
Right.
It would be a very simple DC. It wouldn't be super difficult, but I will say that's the only one that requires a
I'm worried
check outside of
because
stealth.
the rolls tonight.
Yeah, you just try to avoid as many
God.
rolls
Yeah,
as
yeah.
possible. I feel you. I feel
What if
you.
I give you 4 gold and we can make it an acrobatics check?
Why 4? Do you only have
gold?
4
it's-
gold?
No, it's because it would bring it to. I have 204.
Oh,
So
so you just want to get rid of the 4 and make it an even 200.
I mean, it's already even, but
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
that's all right.
Having
Yeah,
double
yeah.
zeros at the end.
Yeah.
So do you want to enter from this side or from?
I'll go to
this
the
side?
rope.
The rope? Okay.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and put you over there. We'll say that the way that this is working is that Billy effectively swims you over here and drops you off before she goes over to that side. I'll put you in the water next to the rope, and then Lumia, you put yourself wherever you want.
Yeah, quick
Literally-
question, boss.
Yeah.
Quick question. This dude up here in this nest,
Yeah.
are those wings that I see?
Yeah.
You're a real son of a bitch. You know that?
He did this on purpose,
You
dude.
think I'm just gonna give it to you for free? You think you're gonna get it?
Oh,
You think you're gonna get a free
God.
lunch? Lumia, you gotta kill that guy.
no!
Lumia, you gotta push that guy off the crow's nest.
Oh, fuck. All right.
He's just gonna fly. What are you talking about?
You gotta
What?
make sure you gotta make sure he doesn't fly from the ground or he's gonna kill himself.
You gotta you gotta tie his wings together and then push him off.
Mother, I want to
No.
make the bad man fly. Oh. Yeah, none of you bitches have watched Game of Thrones. Anyway, I'm gonna
I
go
am not.
as high as possible. No, don't say that. I'm gonna stay away from the crow's nest and like I don't know. I can't place myself in
paranoia
the
is
sky.
Okay,
Sick.
so here's what we'll do. Right? You are currently flying, your model's currently flying. The way that it works for you to move yourself vertically is when you're holding your model, press and hold control, and then when you move your mouse up and down, you will start to move up and down. Put yourself where you want to be above. So like on the ground level, put yourself where you want to be like floating over, and then just move yourself straight up from there. So if you wanted to be, above these guys over here or above, like if you wanted to be there, now just move yourself straight up.
I'm feeling so sick.
Now I am going to say
Yeah.
the way that this works, the way that falling works,
Oh,
if you choose to fall, you fall 500 feet immediately.
Oh,
What?
why would I
I-
choose to fall?
hang on to the net.
I am telling you in the case that you need to emergency reach somebody. Your flying speed is 45 feet once you've activated your thing, right?
Hmm.
So a 45-foot flying speed doubled with a dash is 90 feet. So you can descend 90 feet around. If you fall, you can descend 500 feet around.
What a treat.
You should go 510 feet.
That's what I'm saying. Is if you're 510, if you float over and like scout and then get 510 feet above, you can fall 500 feet and you're 10 feet above the ground.
Just drop on that man like Superman or something.
Okay.
He explodes.
So I do have like I want to go higher. My thing is I don't know how like the proximity awareness for I guess my brethren over here in the nest.
You want to find out?
No, I don't want to fuck around and find out. I want you to tell me.
I actually think I need to make the ceiling for the map higher. Real
Well, dark vision is typically what, 30 feet,
60.
60 feet.
Very typically, it is 60 feet.
Yeah, well, what if that's? I don't know that Lumi has ever met another of her kind because I think
Can
they're
I
fairly
stare
rare,
at him? Can I stare at him for a full minute with white hot rage? At the fact that he has wings and he's a bird guy.
Yes, 100%.
And by doing so, can I activate Jura's appraisal?
Yes.
Also
so
known as Know Your Enemy.
I have now raised the roof to 1,000 feet, where
Damn.
before it was 300 feet. So
Oh,
you,
wow.
Can you take me higher?
if any of you guys grab the white diamond on the right of your screen, you can now move yourself 1,000 feet in the air, and the game starts to glitch.
Oh, I'm
All
not
right,
gonna do
hell
that.
yeah.
I can't even see myself.
I'm gonna do it
Jesus
once.
Christ.
You can do it one time and see how you just go out
I'm
of
in
the sky.
space.
Yeah, you go to space.
All right.
Well,
Send me to
it's,
the moon.
it's still ridiculous
So-
how we can still see everyone.
So Jura's appraisal. What was it? 2 pieces of information that you can learn, or you just learn all that information? I don't
Can I
remember
give them
specifically.
up to know what Jinx you wanted to know?
Yeah, if you want to just like just convey this information to Jinxie.
Yeah.
The moment that Lumia gives you that 300 feet of dark vision, you could have done that from the boat. So you can do it and then tell everyone what
Okay,
that
yeah, we'll do
person
that.
is.
What's his like sight?
Let me pull the thingy up. I'm having a moment. Give me a sec. Know your enemy. Okay, so for 1 minute, observing a creature outside of combat, you can ascertain its abilities. The DM tells you if it's equal to... Okay, I'm not going to tell you if it's equal to superior or inferior. I'm going to just tell you what it is rather than telling you that thing. I can tell you its strength, dex, con, AC, hit points, total class levels, if any, fighter class levels, if any, or I will go ahead and say, if you want to know what vision types it has, I will tell you that instead.
What did you want to know, Jinx? Right?
At what proximity he might see me in the air.
60 feet. He has 60 foot of dark vision.
Okay.
Oh,
Then we're all good. We're all set.
we
gamer.
got you beat.
Yep.
Bow bow.
Hell yeah, man. Hey,
What's a-
no.
why-
I made
yeah,
this
why is he
encounter
up
to
there?
be
What the hell is he up there for?
Yeah, you can see that.
because he's a bird.
Watching the bottom of the pole.
Yeah,
Like his mother.
he's a bird. I mean, see, the thing is, right? We're making fun of him. Humans don't have dark vision, and they still do that. They still put them in the crow's nest so that way they can faintly see shapes in the water.
Fair enough.
Valid.
Roasting this guy
All right.
for being up there.
Look at this nerd.
he just
Nobody,
kind of
he's up there because nobody likes him.
his ears start ringing. He's just like, man, I feel like I'm being made fun of. I don't know why.
Feeling insecure.
You guys just start hearing him shout like, "Hey, you guys aren't making fun of me down there, are you?" to his friends, like, "Shut up."
Yeah, now we are.
Beautiful. Okay, so is everybody okay with the positions you guys are in?
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, Lumia, with you being up there, I'm almost 100% certain that this range gets you more information.
I don't even. What is she? God? Where is she?
Exactly.
Yes, she is, actually.
you spot 2 additional pirates that are up here.
Oh shit.
There are two that are up here.
Okay.
So that's 12.
Yep. You currently are aware
we
of.
knew about like what 20 of them. There were 20.
25
So
total. I
as
think.
far as you were told by the other bandit, there were 25 of them when they were on land.
Okay.
I believe that
The little
included himself.
Hobbit guy.
No offense,
Yeah.
but I hope half of them died.
100%. So how about we kick it off with Harvey?
Right.
So before Harvey disembarked the boat,
Yes, that's right.
so Moggs kind of grabs him and goes, I have a little bit of information for you. This is a trick that I heard for how to not get noticed if you're ever amongst unfriendly pirates.
Okay, what is it?
So it's a secret phrase you can say, and it'll help keep the attention off of you. So if someone's looking your way, you grab the front of your pants and you kind of shake it a little bit, and you go, I'm sorry, I got the salt balls.
Oh.
My head is in my hand.
What?
Just so you're aware, I have made a secret check on my end as the DM, and based on the success of that check, this will give you benefits.
Oh my god.
Okay, good.
And every pirate knows about the salt balls, so it's just this unspoken thing.
Okay. Did you physically show it to me?
Like,
Or
grab
like
Can
the
you?
front of my hand.
Balls?
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. This was fun. I'm gonna go to the ship now.
Spectacular.
Holy shit. I want you to know that if you are like caught and you choose to do that, there is a non-zero chance that it works. Because I've rolled in secret behind the screen, and depending on how well I
Oh
did,
my
that could work.
God.
What kind of check is that?
The
Performance?
oh no, you don't make a check.
Oh.
It it either works or it doesn't.
Oh, all right. Oh,
It's based on the secret roll that I made behind the screen as to whether or not that'll work.
You went to an
Alright.
actual mechanic.
okay.
Okay. So, would we be all right beginning with Harvey, or do we want to begin with someone else? Because as far as I understand, the plan is for Harvey to try and take out as many as they can, and then if shit starts going awry, that's when Billy breaks out her suggestion spell, and like you guys start to like really get ready. Or you can serve as a distraction as well, Billy. When you do that, I imagine the majority of the people on the ship are going to be more caught up with being worried about the thing that just made two of their shipmates jump off.
Yeah, hopefully it works.
Yeah, hopefully. But otherwise, let's go ahead and begin with Harvey. And if stuff starts going awry, that is when we will sort of turn to you. Let me get the initiative up here. There's a bit of a bit of a fully expected spoiler in the initiative.
What the fuck?
Huh.
Huh.
Well,
Huh.
What do
know
pirates
what?
8 through 14 get to go 3 times?
what do you mean?
Because they're cool.
Oh,
Because they're like really sick.
Oh, I see bows and arrow. This is great, honestly.
it's gonna be. It's gonna be. They're not gonna be able to touch you. If the Kagura couldn't touch you, they're not gonna be able to. Touch you.
They
Lumia
have an
sinks back
anti.
down to
You
the
know,
boat.
Lumia. You might as well consider that they have like an anti-air gun for you. Okay, just
Of course. Do they also have lightning bolts that they can throw back? Anything else you gave them?
100%. You guys just start hearing like, and Lumia's like, what the fuck is going on? All right, Harvey. Go ahead and the DC for this athletics check is 8.
Is 8. Okay.
Yes, it is a DC 8 athletics check.
Oh god. Okay.
Thank fucking God.
Go.
Okay,
Go.
you are successfully on the ship.
Thank goodness.
Now I need you to make a stealth check that will carry through until you take an action against somebody or to do something. If you would do something that would get you noticed, you'll need to make another stealth check. But for now, this is sort of like your baseline. This is, now that you're on the ship, do people notice you?
Right.
Ooh.
Okay. And what's your bonus? Your bonus should be
16.
16? Okay, solid. You hop onto the ship, and as far as you're aware, you have not been spotted. You cast your glance through the wheat plants that have been planted on the surface of the ship. You see that they're having a conversation on the other side. There's 2 pirates that are here having a conversation. You see the quadre of pirates that are here talking and drinking and gallivanting. You see the other 2 pirates that are up here. They're just talking and looking out. And then, of course, behind you, you also hear the pirates that are on this ship that are conversing with one another. And you can hear more pirates on the inside. You don't know how many, but you can hear them. But now that you're on the ship, where would you like to go?
That's a good question. There isn't really anybody.
I will say, if you want to sneak through here, you can.
That's what I'm thinking.
Think about this Hitman style, where you like toss a coin in a direction. They go, "What was that?"
Yeah, I was
that's
thinking about...
kind of how this is structured.
I wonder how I'm gonna line this up because suggestion I can't use during combat.
So I want to go.
Well, it's a good thing you won't be in combat when you use it.
I want to go here.
Hopefully.
So 5, 10, 15, right?
So the reason why I mentioned the initiative is just because if combat begins, this is where we're going to begin it. Otherwise, you're just good.
Right.
Yeah, here, I'll just go to exploration mode for now, so that way it's not as confusing.
That always throws me off.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're good to just move as freely as you want.
I'm gonna do a cool Sam Fisher style whistle.
Okay. So you
come here, buddy.
Which of the pirates do you want to get the attention of, and which ones do you not?
Oh, where did the... I'm trying to get a hold of this guy.
That guy? Okay.
So I thought he had a friend right next to him.
He does. I think you maybe aren't able to see him here. You're still here. Can you see him now?
Yes.
Okay. Line of sight's a little weird in Tailspire. I'm still not 100% certain.
Oh, it's the corn.
Yeah, it's the corn.
It's always the corn.
It's the corn. You make a whistle. I want to put this up for like a brief conversation. My knee jerk is to say performance, but I could also see deception as a check to do here. What do you guys think?
I was thinking mimicry.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Maybe let's go ahead and roll just a flat d20 to see if you can perfectly mimic a whistle, because maybe one of the pirates
I don't have lips.
maybe one of the pirates nearby already made a whistle, and that's what you're mimicking. Yeah, give me a sec. I'm gonna roll a d20 and see. Okay. We'll go ahead and say that you can't perfectly mimic the whistle, but you make a whistle that is sufficient
rolls
enough.
tonight.
Yeah.
You see him turn.
Who farted over there?
His friend obviously notices, but does not start moving for the corn. It seems kind of like he like turns to look to his friend. He's like, well, "You hear that?" Steps towards the corn for a moment. Goes like, "Hey Bob, are you fucking around in the corn again? You know it's our toilet, right?"
I kind of want to line this up now to start doing my thing.
If you wanted to, yeah, for sure.
Wait, are you trying to get their attention to try to knock them out?
Almost certainly.
Okay, yeah.
Not to actually break out into a fight.
Oh yeah.
Well, bam! We're rear naked choke. Oh, he's out.
Go
I
ahead.
want to start doing my thing. I wanna like.
Well, before you do that, let's see if
I'll
this
wait.
works. He's still doing stuff.
Sorry,
Roll with advantage for an attack roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank goodness it was with advantage.
Your bonus to hit is how much? Should be +5, right? At least, or maybe even +6. Okay.
Well, it
are you
depends.
using your soul knives?
Yes.
Cool. So this is going to be your regular damage plus your dex plus your sneak attack, which is currently 2d6. So your knives are a d6 daggers, right?
Yes.
And then so that's 3d6 plus whatever your dexterity is. Is this non-lethal?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your bonus to dex?
3.
Okay, that is enough to knock him out.
Ooh.
Crawl
Let me-
over like a spider.
Let me, like, for whatever reason, I can't, like, move him. Give me a sec. Hold on. Status. Bam.
Oh, bam.
He is on the ground. You, describe for me what you do, because you're obviously not just shivving him. Describe
No.
for me what you do. Well, you know what? Actually,
I wanna
it's
swoop.
it's like a psychic soul dagger. You could shiv him and not kill him.
That's right.
How do you want to do it?
Shove him right in the butt.
Shiv him right in the butt.
Right in the butt.
You
From
shiv
behind
right
the corn.
You shiv him right in the butt, and he goes like,
Yep.
ah, and then falls unconscious.
Did he like that or no?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I did.
And you can definitely tell that his friend is like suspicious. He's not approaching the corn. He's just watching to see when his friend will come back out.
1 down, 24 to go, buddy.
Yeah.
Playing Hitman for real in D&D.
You could still move around, potentially do other stuff if you wanted to.
We
So,
can
Minnie,
totally-
here's
yeah.
what I am going to just go ahead and let you know about. If shit starts to hit the fan, that's when you should do your thing, because that's like a free distraction for Harvey.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
do my like yoo-hoo.
Yeah, for sure.
Boys.
Yoo-hoo!
Right.
Is that a woman off the side of the
no.
ship?
Oh, boys.
Is
Uh,
that a
Can I like
perfect?
dive roll into these without getting seen?
I'm gonna go ahead and say absolutely
so funny.
make a stealth check. I think this would be fucking
I
sick.
feel
Oh, that's
this
right.
is
I gotta
like-
re-stealth, huh?
I know this is probably really sick in Harvey's head, but I feel like this looks so dorky.
Lumia's spectating this from above.
I feel like it's like the classic like dun 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 dun.
So that's a total of
I'm
13.
using my psi-bolstered neck. to add
Okay,
to these
okay.
things.
So 13, that goes up to a 16. Okay, that was sufficient enough before, so you know that it's sufficient enough again.
Ooh.
Fucking cornfield.
Yeah,
You have the stealth required to do another thing and potentially knock this guy out. You see, he turns back to the corn. He's like, "All right, well, I guess he's not coming back."
Like we're level 4. Like at
Right.
level like 17, it's gonna be like, oh yes, you're not just like a little bird man. Like you're a bird man that has like fucking like
Feet.
flesh shit.
You,
like,
you are the essence of fear.
yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. But right now we're like level 4. Like you're
I
a
am
little
the
bird
knight.
man. Yeah, you are the knight. I am.
I don't know. We've seen him disappear into a puff of feathers.
Yeah.
True.
It's true.
Like-
And become a literal bird.
Is this your gold coin over here?
You say that in a voice that mimics his friend, I imagine, since you have heard his friend speak. And
And
you
then I
see
go, at the end.
he hears it. He hears it for the second time now, but now coming from the cornfield in front of him, and he goes like, "Listen, Jim, I understand. We can't keep doing that. All right.
Oh.
Wow,
Now-
what's Jim doing
Now
in
is
the cornfield?
not the time, Jim."
Oh
Okay? You see, he looks up and goes like, "Don't make
Whoa.
me come in there to get you, okay? You've got to stop doing this in the corn.
I have a problem. Help me.
All right, get the fuck out of the corn.
Oh, rear naked choke.
Go ahead, and roll an attack and damage.
Holy shit, what's Jim doing in the cornfield?
Okay, that is definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll
Whoa.
another 3d6 plus 3.
God.
Okay, that is enough. He is unconscious.
Let's
That's
go.
So as a note, this is reducing all of them to 1 health. They are still technically like they are alive. They're just unconscious at 1 health.
Okay, cool.
So now, if you attempt to do another thing, that'll be another stealth check. Your 16
I
is
would
still
like
carrying.
to stealth. Oh wait, it is.
Your
still
16
carrying?
is still carrying through. It's when you try to do another thing.
Oh, I thought because I attacked him.
We'll let the 16 carry through.
Okay. Dive roll.
There's no one around to watch you do it except Lumia. Lumia, you see Harvey fucking dive into another cornfield.
Shaking
You
my head.
did, to be
Embarrassing.
fair, you did see Harvey knock 2 people out fucking clean and drag their bodies into the cornfield. It's a little terrifying.
What was that guy's name? Bob or Dave?
His name is Jim.
Jim and
Jim?
Bob.
Okay.
Or no, you don't know who this guy was. You know this guy was Jim.
Okay. We'd be like, hey, come help me. Jim's in the corn again.
You see one of the guys go, God damn it, Jim. In the fucking corn again. You're shitting me, right? He's not in the corn again, is he?
What is he doing to the corn?
I guess it's the other way around, but I still need help.
Go ahead. I'm going to say at this point, I am going to need even with mimicry, I am going to need either a performance or a deception
Totally
check.
fair. Okay. I'll do deception with Kenku Recall.
Hell yeah. Ooh. Okay.
Outstanding.
What's your bonus to
Spicy.
deception?
1.
1. Okay. So at 18, that's definitely gonna do it. You see that this guy's like, all right, where are you? Hello?
Well, pull him into the corn.
Okay. Yeah. You pull him in. I am gonna say this is definitely gonna be a stealth to see like how effectively you pull him in without any of the other 3 noticing.
I definitely want another Kenku Recall then.
Hell yeah. This would be an important one. Yeah.
Oh, that one.
So 9 plus, so that's 14. Does that do it?
Now would be the time for Billy to pull the trigger on that thing.
Well,
if you want
I still have.
If you want to get it for free, is basically what I'm saying.
Inspiration.
Is Billy gives you a free one.
Well, I don't need inspiration, but if you want to do that, Billy, we totally. I still have dice I could throw in for
Oh, that's right.
eye bolster.
Oh, gotcha.
That's true.
They
If you
don't get
want to,
If it doesn't work, they don't get used up.
if you want to side bolstered neck instead, you can do that.
It's totally up to Billy if you want to distract.
My thing
if they
was,
started
I
talking?
kind of wanted them to go overboard.
Yeah, no, you're gonna pull 2 of them off of the ship is the plan, and that is going to almost certainly get everyone aggroed to that side of the ship to be like alert.
That would leave one person left.
Yeah. One person in this group.
On top.
What? Yeah.
Because there's 3 here, there's 2 that are up here, and then of
Right.
course you have all of the guys that are over here.
Yeah. I just meant like of this group.
It's up to you, Harvey. It'd be spending a couple of my things, but it's really up to you. I have plenty of resources.
What does that bring it up to?
17. Right?
Wasn't
Or
it? Was it? Wasn't it 14?
Then
Or was it 15? 15? Okay, then 16. That does it.
Okay. Good.
All right.
Go ahead and roll an attack and the damage. Again, advantage. He may have been looking for Jim, but he wasn't. He didn't know you would be there.
Okay.
All right, and roll that 3d6 plus 3. Okay, I'm gonna let you know right now that is exactly enough.
Ooh, my
On the dot. That is
my
exactly
God.
part.
That's me so stressed. God.
Okay. All
I
right.
need to stealth again.
Is that 3?
I will say if you do another thing, you'll need to stealth it.
That is 3.
That the
Okay.
stealth check that you had made to pull him into the reeds, that's
This
good
is
enough. If
so
you do another thing.
silly. This is
I am sweating, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It might even be a good idea to leave some of these guys over here so that Billy can take care of them and you can go and take care of some like in a different location if you were able to stealth to a different location.
Yeah, I don't mind just
I'm just,
doing my thing
I can't
independently
see
of,
how I
like,
would get in here without alerting these guys or these guys.
Hey man, a sufficient stealth check will do it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's just stealth.
Inspiration.
Okay. You roll with advantage again.
Okay.
Okay, 15 plus what is your bonus?
5,
6,
dirty
5,
20.
so dirty 20. Okay, where do you want to go? Where do you want to end up?
I want to go
Okay.
just
we'll-
hiding in the doorway.
Yeah, we'll say like hiding in the doorway, definitely possible. Let me go ahead. This is to everybody, just like cut off the roof with the green diamond that's on the right-hand side of your screen, so you can see inside.
But I put my
Because
cloak on.
Harvey has uncovered the last 3. There are 3 more pirates that are in here, one of which is the captain.
Oh.
You are under the Cloak of Night right now, such that you are functionally invisible unless a creature has dark vision.
Okay.
You slink towards the door and push your back up against it so that your frame doesn't stick out, and look inside. And you can see that there are 3 creatures in here. There are 2 humans, and there is a goblin.
Is this the only exit?
From this location, there is a door that is behind here.
Okay.
Goblins do have dark vision.
Yeah. I was gonna
With
say
your
this guy right here looks like he's got dark vision.
With your stealth check, you're probably fine until you do something.
There.
You can slink away if you want to, now that you have this extra information.
Yeah.
If you wanted to slink to a different location and take care of something else. I'm also going to note that there's a balcony. That door that I showed you has the balcony. You can sneak in from that side.
How am I gonna get over there?
You drop down.
Oh, you
got rope.
You smarty.
Now that you're close enough to these 2, you can hear the conversation that they're having. You hear the orc. He's leaning against the railing and goes like, "You know, I never really thought about this, but the moonlight is really pretty when it bounces off of the water, you know?" You can hear the halfling sort of just grunt and go like, "Yeah."
When I was in the doorway, did I happen to hear what the captain, were they talking at all?
No, they were just eating.
Lame. Okay.
You heard him burp.
Could I sneak past this way without alerting these guys?
On a 20, yeah.
I'm gonna go up here.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go over here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna give Minnie like a cool thumbs up.
Billy,
And
you
then
do
be like,
spot.
be like, give me 5 seconds.
Okay, okay.
You
I'm
do
over
spot Harvey giving you a thumbs up. It's a little hard to make him out right now.
Frantically waving.
Not with 300 feet of dark vision. Oh wait, he's stealth.
You want to
ghost.
cast a rope down?
Yes.
Cool. Let me do a cool thing and
Oh.
actually represent it.
Here, throw these in the doorway too, and I'm gonna hand her my thing of ball bearings.
You hand Billy the ball bearings?
Yeah.
You toss the
That'll be
ball
fun.
bearings into the water.
I tie him to the end of the rope when I drop it down.
You tie a bag of ball
Yeah, the bag. You just use a slip knot. Fen, back me up on this.
Are you throwing the ball bearings to Billy where she is right now?
Wait, did I not tie a rope to
Billy
here?
is over here. I thought you were tying the rope to here.
Oh,
So that
it's
you
gonna
could get down the balcony. Because otherwise you'll take falling damage.
Oh, I thought this rope right here I could take.
I'd put
I
that
thought you
there.
wanted me to- I
I
thought you-
put that there for you to say that you were making a rope.
Gotcha. I thought you wanted me to throw a rope down to Billy.
If you want to, you can.
I was like, why? But no, I don't now. And I'm gonna keep
All right.
my ball bearings too.
I'll
Keep
show
it
you,
totally
Billy.
fine. Yeah.
There's a full evolution
For now.
that happens inside Harvey's mind where he thinks about throwing ball bearings to Billy, and he looks at ball bearings and he goes Gollum on it. He goes, "My precious," and puts it back in his bag.
This is my only ones.
He's-
There's like 1,000 of them in there.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll rope down.
Hell yeah. You rappel down. Whoa!
Ow!
Oh, were you good?
My knees.
Man did a swan dive off the back of the boat.
Yeah, that shit
You
hurt.
you rappel down very easily, and you can now see the captain and the two others that are here. You can spot them through the window. What do you want to do now?
Wait for Billy.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Harvey did give you the signal of, like, wait 5 seconds. And so now you've got... Oh, wait, Harvey, can't you literally do telepathy with somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it uses up my dice.
Oh. That's fair. All right, well, Billy, you've gotten the signal.
Okay. Shoot. Put under pressure. I'm so tired. You know what? I'll what do I have? I do have a. Could I? Could I retcon? Okay, I have a horn on me. Could I retcon that it's not like the type of horn that like? Here, wait. Let me look.
What are you asking for? Do you want another instrument?
I want a different instrument. Like it's a horn, like, but it's like.
Full of water.
Yeah, you blow it and just... and everyone on the boat's like, who the fuck? Like, what the hell is that noise?
I have music going in the background, and it was this Jaws theme just playing.
It's like a clarinet horn, or like something like that.
A clarinet horn.
It's like a flute. It's like a flute. Can I have a flute instead?
Yes, you can have a flute.
Okay. I'm gonna like try to mimic like flute, like soft music and like singing, humming and stuff.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and make just a flat performance check to see do you want a lot of people to notice you, or do you only want a couple to notice you?
Only the ones around
that
the
are
table,
nearby.
I guess.
Okay. Make a performance check to see if you can just net these guys or if you also net these two. What's the bonus that you have?
0.
0? Okay. Not an incredibly high check, so I'm still going to give this one to you. We'll make it the same DC as what Harvey's check was. You start playing a flute and doing some singing and some humming, and you start to see, you actually don't see anything, but I'll say Lumia, being high up, can see this. A couple of them start to like nod their head and bob and sort of weave and be like, oh wow, there's gentle music. And then they look to the people to their left and right, and they're like, that's not you? That's not you? Well, they look up, and you see they kind of like, they make a gesture to the two that are on the balcony and be like, are you singing? And you see that both of them kind of shake their heads. They're like, what the fuck is that? And you see that they come to the edge.
There's how many of them?
3.
There's 3.
So, like, the way that this is set up is these railings are super fucking high. They're sticking their heads through the holes in the railings.
I can't see them.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
Yeah, you can.
Not on.
Oh,
on
you
my
talking about
screen.
on the actual?
Like
Oh,
Like in
gotcha.
Skillsfire.
Yeah, you can.
It's fine. It's fine.
Hold on. Wait a second. GM tools, player permission. I'm just going to give that one to me. There you
we
go.
No, I can see
wow.
Yeah, you can.
them. All right. What are these two looking like? Can I size them up? What they got?
Which two?
I mean 3 of them. What they go?
I mean, you got like a full-blooded orc. You got just like a human man and what looks like an elven woman. The elven woman looks like the most grizzled of all of them, but yeah, I mean they look strong. I'm just gonna. Are you asking like stats, or are you just asking like the cut of their jib?
Yeah. Like what
That was an either-or question, not a yes or no.
I was going to answer more if you would let me talk.
Fool!
I was gonna say what's their general appearance like?
General appearance?
Yeah.
They look
elven
like they've been on
woman.
the water for months, eating rations and corn.
I meant like what are they?
An orc, a human, and an elf.
Yes, that's all I needed to know.
I already told. Oh.
All right, I'm going to cast my spell.
Okay.
'Cause this is not my my expertise is charisma stuff. This is not my doing. I'm gonna cast suggestion. I don't know if I can ask them to jump off the ship.
I mean, you would make them
It's
jump
not
into the water, which
hurting
isn't
them.
an explicitly harmful action. It's just kind of stupid.
It is stupid.
And through the wording of suggestion, it just has to be not explicitly harmful. They almost certainly know how to dive into the water. Unless you manage to catch the one person who doesn't know how to swim, in which case it's harmful for them.
Could you theoretically be like, convince all your friends to have a cannonball contest?
What does that even mean?
And they all jump off the boat.
Let me check the wording just to make sure. Suggestion must be worded in such a manner to make the course of action sound reasonable, asking the creature to stab itself, throw itself onto a spear, immolate itself, or do some other obviously harmful act ends the spell. So if you just
Have a cannonball contest.
Yeah, I mean
Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt. You want to have a cannonball contest? They succeed the save. You just go like fireball. Die.
Okay then.
So which of the two are you targeting?
The two on the
These two?
yeah, those two.
Okay. How do you word the spell?
How do you guys think I should word it?
Come on in, the water's fine.
That would work. Yeah, no, that would work. It has to be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable.
That's great then.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay. So Billy, you look up at these three, and with weaving words of magic through what you say, "Come on in, the water's fine," to two of these three creatures. The elf looks at you and cocks her head and goes like, "Who the fuck are you?" And then the other two need to make wisdom saves. So what's your DC?
What?
It is 15.
15? Okay.
15. Can I just make like a persuasion check on the elf to see?
So I'm gonna give it to you. You need a natural 20.
Okay.
I will give you. Go ahead. Roll your die.
No, I'll.
If you use inspiration on this, I will come over there and slap you. I swear to God. Okay, let's roll for the. So what did you say your DC was?
15.
15. Okay, orc first, and then human next. They both fail.
Those seemed reversed, but okay.
You see the orc kind of like think for a moment and go like, "Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a swim." And he turns to the human, and the human goes like, "Yeah, I could really do with a dip in the water. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it would probably be really refreshing. I don't want to get my clothes wet though." He takes off his shirt and kind of like rolls up. He rolls up his pant legs and stuff like that. And you see that the orc like jumps up onto the railing, and the human jumps up onto the railing, and they both jump into the water. Let me hold on real quick.
How far is that drop?
It's a 20-foot drop, but the falling damage that they take landing in the water is halved. So they're gonna take 2d6 damage halved. I'll just roll it for them. Oh my god. Okay, so they take 6 damage apiece. And they land in the water. And you see the elf hop up onto the railing. You're like, "What the fuck is wrong? Alert! Alert! We have a siren! Alert!" And you hear that she starts to just shout as loud as she can to try to let people know. "I think there's a siren on the edge of the boat. I don't know. 2 of our sailors just jumped off."
I'm gonna go under the water. How do I put my model down?
You hold control while. So both of these guys are at 5 health now, because of the damage that they took. I don't believe Yeah, it's only if you or your companions damage the targets do the spell and do the spell's end. So both of them are just like, wow, this is really refreshing. This is a great time, man. Hey, and he like the human like turns to the orc and goes like, I'm glad you're my friend.
Like bleeding from the mouth.
Here's my question, right? I was about to ask, have they encountered sirens often?
It's
Or is
like
this
it's
like
like
a
a
folklore?
pirate. It's a folklore pirate thing. That's
All
why
right,
she's like,
now-
I think there's a siren. I
Now,
don't know what the fuck is going on.
How believable would that be for everybody else? Like, is she crazy or no?
This elf, I mean, she doesn't know. You kind of assume lay people don't interact with magic very often. So the fact that she's assuming this is a siren is probably just out of ignorance. Not necessarily out of like her being crazy. It's just she doesn't know what a siren really is, nor does she know what the suggestion spell is or what a sorcerer is. She looks at Billy and is like, they're a vaguely aquatic looking creature that just made 2 of my friends jump off the ship, so I'm gonna assume that it's the folklore thing I've heard of. But with that being done, Harvey, there's some movement on the ship. You see that the goblin and the pirate captain start to move, and you see that the last guy that's there starts to like, he has like a plate of food in front of him. He starts to shovel it in his mouth as quickly as he can so that way he can try and get out there. I'll say the pirate captain and the goblin actually managed to move all the way out. You see that the orc and the halfling shuffle off in this direction as well. It is enough even to where there is some brief movement on the smaller ship on the other side, although you can't quite see what's going on over there.
I can't see.
Here, I will make him.
I can't.
There he is. I can see.
I knew it was coming. You saw
I accidentally made the goblin unique for some reason.
All
All right.
He's a nice little guy.
Do you want to take advantage of this distraction that Billy has provided to go and
Yes.
assassinate this guy?
Yes.
Cool.
Assassinate.
crazy.
No need for you to make a stealth check or anything. He's sufficiently distracted by what Billy is.
Where did
Where
I
did you go? You went to heaven. That's happened before. Just set yourself down. Make sure that you're as close as you can be to the floor as you're moving.
Oh yeah, you did say Tailspire gets wonky with different levels.
Yep. Go ahead and make an attack roll and roll your damage if you hit. What am I saying? If you hit, go ahead and roll your damage.
Whoa.
Take this, idiot.
Just don't crit, I
Pia,
guess.
pia, pia, pia.
But crit,
Okay, again,
crit or not.
11.
exactly enough damage to knock him
Like, go sleep, go
unconscious.
sleep.
Don't worry, no crits tonight.
Can I drag him like out?
Yeah, you can. I'll say no
There's,
need
like,
for a stealth check on this
leave
one
him- let him
either.
sleep.
Just put him over here.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I am gonna go ahead and say in the time that it takes for you to do that action after the distraction, there's been a bit more movement on the other side of the ship. These two have probably moved out a little further.
Where are they going?
Swimming. Their boat doesn't move very much. You can see that this lady has started to like put together a rope and has like started to tie it almost like a lasso to the point where she's gonna toss it out to them to drag them back. And she's working on that. Meanwhile, the captain and the goblin are walking over and being like, hey, "What's all this? What's going on over here? Why are 2 of my sailors off the side of my ship?" You see the elf is like, I don't know. There was a woman in the water and she started singing, and then these 2 were like, "Oh, the water's fine," and they jumped in. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. You lunatics need to get the fuck back here! And you see the 2 of them are like, "No." Why?
No.
And you actually see the goblin is preparing to like jump down onto this boat and use it as kind of like a place to get them back onto the ship. All right, Harvey, that's the movement that has occurred. Where do you want to go now? You can see the entirety of their like supplies are over here.
there anything cool over there? Can I like quickly look?
You go ahead and make an investigation check.
While he's doing that, can I lower myself to like within 90 feet of the boat?
Yeah, absolutely.
That is
Yay.
17.
17. You find 10 gold.
Ooh.
There's otherwise it's mostly just food, cutlery, ceramics, just grains, just sort of blankets. It's just stuff. But you do manage to find, like in the folds of one of the blankets, you manage to net 10 gold.
I would like to take the 10 gold out and then put a flask of oil on the blanket, just in case.
Okay, I gotcha.
That'll be for me.
Yeah, I'll remember that.
Okay. These three guys are just hanging out.
They're chilling out up there.
What's Billy doing? Drowning?
I don't know, what is Billy doing?
She's under the water. She's gonna come up and try to, maybe, I don't know. I guess these guys are just gonna kind of chill out into the water until we can maybe tie them up and get them in a boat. They're just gonna be here, I guess.
I mean, presumably their friends are going to snap them out of this soon.
Yeah. Whether or not they get up on the boat, who knows?
I mean, you do have the opportunity from down there to come up and make melee attacks against them if you wanted to.
I don't want them to drown.
Well, you just, like, swim them away. You're a swimming creature.
I guess I could try to put them in the boat, but my athletics is not very good.
DC 8.
Yeah, I guess I could try. It's not negative.
See?
It's not
That's all the motivation you need.
It's
Okay,
technically
okay.
possible, though.
Sure, Are we starting combat though? I'll swim up.
I will say we are moments away from them preparing to fire arrows towards Billy.
Oh. Okay.
If other actions are not taken soon, it may be at disadvantage because you are underwater, but you are going to potentially risk starting to take about 6 or 7 ranged attacks here soon.
I have.
Can I
And
ask
I
a question?
will say the one person who is keenly aware of this fact is definitely you, Lumia. You can see they're loading crossbows and rifles and pistols.
Yeah, I was about to ask, and I think I know the answer to this, so please don't make fun of me. But if perchance someone had sleep and they cast it in this general direction with all these people, the 2 dudes out on the water, they're just gonna sink and drown to death. Yeah,
I can
100%.
try to carry them.
If you were to cast sleep and it were to put the 2 of them to sleep, presumably Billy could move them to the boat to keep them from drowning. But that would be most of Billy's actions during combat.
shit.
If you were to sleep the people who are on the boat, they would presumably fall asleep on the ship. They wouldn't fall into the water. And the 2 of them that are in the water would just be like, the water's nice.
They're just hanging out.
Yeah.
If Billy starts to take damage, she will start to have to make concentration checks on the 2 of
Yeah.
these spells.
Okay, then I will wait to see what Harvey wants to do, but I am kind of positioning myself as much as I
Preparing.
can.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
If we were about to fight, I was gonna like run through and then just try to push the captain in.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea.
Like, just rush him and shove him.
I would say like you would have to start whatever movement you have from like here, because once you sprint out from here, they're just gonna notice you. Or I mean, actually, you could
Run without bending my arms.
Fuck.
Like a ninja.
I don't know why. I just thought when you said run without bending my arms, like you're still moving your arms side to side. They're just fucking stock
Like I'm
straight.
Steve in
like a
Minecraft.
robot. Yeah, I don't know what the. What if I ran like Steve? What if
Yeah.
I don't know. What if you did?
That'd be sweet, huh?
Do you think it would make you stealthier?
5 rolls.
Well, let's see. Where would that put you? If you were to be here and you were to start your movement from here, you would be able to move. What's your movement speed?
30.
30? You would have to be able to move 35 to get to him. That'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Can I jump?
Jumping doesn't add movement. Jumping is just supplementary to the movement that you already have.
What if I move closer before I start sprinting?
What I'm saying is, if you reveal yourself here, it would need to be a sufficient stealth check against 5 creatures.
I'm gonna hide in the doorway. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
You're gonna throw a grenade? You're just gonna start firing arrows?
No.
Boss,
come look at this.
You say, "Boss, come look at this." In the, well, I don't know that you heard that guy talk.
Doesn't matter. I'm not mimicking. Just
Okay.
doing.
Make a deception
Everything's
check.
crazy right now. He won't know.
For sure. Make a deception check. Let's see how it
Okay.
goes. 13. Okay. So you see him turn around. And the moment that he turns, you see his expression through the glass in the window. And he holds up the pistol and fires. We're gonna roll. Well, go ahead and say the thing.
I got salty balls.
You see that he
the old salt balls.
Yeah, before he fires the pistol, he holds it up at you, and you say, "I've got the salt balls," and he goes like, "Disgusting," and he fires. I'm gonna tell you right now, Fred, the secret roll, it was a 3.
God damn it.
I know, I'm so sorry. I thought it would be so funny. The moment this shit hits the fan, he goes, I've got the salt balls. Just like, okay.
That sucks.
So initiative has already been rolled.
Oh,
I'm gonna
no.
go ahead and say
Oh God.
the initiative begins with Pirates 8 through 14. They have long since passed the point in which they would be surprised. So there's been a bunch of shit that's happening that has kind of alerted them and kind of given them a notion that something's going wrong. That being said, you've managed to take 1, 2, 3, 4 pirates definitively out of the fight. 2 of them are in the water. There's a lot of shit that has happened already. There's been some fantastic, like, you've already gotten a solid 5th or quarter of the encounter out. But we are going to begin the initiative from Pirates 8 through 14 and move from there as if it were normal combat. I'm going to go ahead and say, Moggs and Caius, the way this is going to work is you're going to have to spend literally everything possible on your first turn of combat getting to the ship.
Okay, I have a question.
Right? Yeah.
Moggs, how far can that grappling hook fire?
30 feet.
All right. Bell, how far do you think I could throw Moggs?
I'm telling you that it's only going to take you 1 round to get there anyways.
Oh, okay.
That's not what I asked.
Chill out.
I'll say you could toss Moggs far enough to get them onto the ship without them having to make an athletics check,
Onto which
Okay.
part of
depending
I
on
have-
where you wanted to go.
I do have a -1 strength.
What if you
I'll-
throw him to the crow's nest and he grapples the guy?
Moggs
Like
gets
mid-flight.
fucking thrown like a javelin to the crow's
Pulls him
nest.
down.
Like Wolverine from Marvel
Mhm.
Rivals hitting an Iron
Exactly.
She's not
completely-
Wolverine from Marvel Rivals.
To be completely honest, as of right now, the only person they know of is Harvey. Everybody else.
As of right now, the only people that they know of are Billy and Harvey. They don't know. They think Billy is a siren.
Oh well, yeah. But so all the rest of us, unknown factors completely.
Yep.
Alrighty.
So Pirates 8 through 14. Let me first go ahead and establish that Pirate 9 is unconscious and Pirate 13 is in the water. So Pirate 8 is this goblin. We're going to like do the turns for Pirates 8 through 14 from here, moving this way. So currently it's just Pirate 8 who's looking towards Billy in the water. This is a disadvantaged ranged attack that they are making. Billy, what is your armor class?
I'm pretty sure it's 15, but let me make sure.
Okay. They're trying to shoot you
It's
through
15.
water, and any ranged attack that attempts to shoot a creature that is submerged completely in water, where the projectile has to travel through water, gains disadvantage no matter what. So it's 15. Wow, they roll a 14 to hit and miss.
Nice.
So first bolt manages to completely bypass you. We then have Pirate 14 and Pirate 10. Both of them are going to fire. Let's go ahead and see disadvantage from Pirate 14, disadvantage from Pirate 10. So 14, that's a hit. And 10, that is a miss. Actually, no, that's, you said your armor class was how much?
It's 15.
15, that's 2 misses. 2 more crossbow bolts. They completely bypass you. You're seeing the bubbles kind of scuttle up in the water as these bolts are flying past you.
It's just like that scene in Saving Private Ryan.
Then we've got Pirate 12, who's this guy, who's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then he's going to dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 in order to get further up. And then lo and behold, we have our good friend at the crow's nest who's going to start flying.
Okay.
25, 30.
He has no idea. He's not looking up. He has no idea you're there.
I guess it's not like an alarm. He'd have to actually be looking for me, but still.
Oh. I was about to say something foul.
Shut up.
Lumia, you have been spotted.
Oh, yeah, right. Like he's looking up here.
Is he looking up? There's shit going down below.
He is looking around. You are within
Okay.
60 feet of him, and as far as I'm aware, flapping wings isn't particularly stealthy.
You know what? That's valid.
He has not made a noise to alert the others to your presence, and he will not do so until his next turn. So if you manage to knock him out of the air or knock him unconscious, he won't get the chance. But I will say, if he hits the ground, he dies. There's no chance he survives that.
Damn.
So, Moggs, your first turn can be spent reaching the boat. Where do you want to get on from? Both Moggs and Caius. Where do you guys want to like start to board the boat from?
So, Bear, do you still want to do the thing?
Also, I'll say, Moggs, if you're climbing up a ladder, there's no check. These two are just like completely free. But if you're trying to like climb up like the rope or
How far is
scale
this?
side- Distance isn't a factor. You're going to end up adjacent to the ship.
Okay,
Bet.
but if he threw me and I used the grapple, could I get between those two guys?
Which
And
two
Throw
guys?
and grapple?
Yeah, so he throws me and then I grapple while I'm in the air.
Which two guys are you referencing?
In the
Athletics
little boat.
check?
In the sleep.
What?
What the fuck?
In the little boat.
Logic luck check.
The two
In
guys.
the boat that's over here?
No. Small boat here.
Oh,
Yeah.
those two guys. Yeah, I would say it's probably it is entirely possible.
What happens
Yeah,
if the
'cause-
grappling hook hits them? God forbid.
Oh my god.
Like, what if?
They would take crossbow damage.
Okay.
All right.
Crossbow damage is the D8 plus Dex.
But yes, with the gunshot going off, it now knows that it's on high alert. We're trying to get there as fast as possible. I'm throwing Moggs.
So here's what we're gonna do.
Mhm.
You guys are gonna end up adjacent to the boat, and on your next turn, you're gonna get an opportunity to do that. Where do you end up adjacent to the boat? From where you're at, you can see this part of the boat. You can see this part of the boat. You can end up adjacent to the boat anywhere here.
Gotcha. Go
So,
ahead,
but
Mom.
my question was, if we did that from here, could I get adjacent to those?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Okay.
That is over 100 feet. That is not even remotely possible. I'm saying if you're adjacent to the boat, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Ah,
Alright,
gotcha.
Fine.
Then if that,
Where do you end up?
Right now, if that's the case, then let's try and actually let's get to the side of. I would say let's get to the side of the boat here.
Okay.
Or, how do I do that?
So, like, use the ruler and just put it on the side of the actual boat itself.
Okay. So here, because that way we can. I'm clicking too many times. There we go. There we go. If that makes sense, that's where I think we should go, mainly because of the fact that it would be able to get us closer to them, and I'm thinking these two over here would have to run in, so we would be able to like
You'd be able to stop them
basically
on the
cut them
bridge.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, if you wanted to stop them on the bridge, that's probably the play.
Okay.
Okay, so Moggs and Caius, you guys, I'll just go ahead and say, like, for flavor purposes, I know that you guys are taking the full round to get here, but what happens here is that Caius, you chuck Moggs into the water, and then you do like a dolphin dive in, and you start to you are a proficient enough swimmer. You're not like you don't have a swimming speed, but you know how to swim.
Yes.
And the two of you, with Webby's help as well, Webby not really having a lot of traction in the water.
Webby just starts like spinning her legs real quick like a propeller.
has to be creative in how she uses her legs to propel you, but manages to help you get to the boat in only one turn. The two of you are now there. On your next turn, you'll have an opportunity to get up there. It is the pirate captain's turn. And you watch, he had his pistol raised, and now is the time that he is going to fire it. I'm going to say you absolutely have cover from him, so whatever your armor class is, you're adding an additional 2. However, he is making 3 attacks. As you see, he draws, after he fires the first pistol, he draws 2 more from his coat and fires the both of them.
Oh, he's strapped.
So he's gonna make his first attack. What is your armor class? This is to Harvey.
14.
14. All right. So it is currently 16. That is a miss. Next one. That is a critical hit. We'll get to that in a moment. And the next one is a miss. So 1 crit and 2 misses. It could be significantly worse than that. So you see that Harvey, having pointed his first pistol shot at you, we'll go ahead and say for flavor purposes, the first one manages to strike true, and then the next 2 you manage to duck behind cover and get away from.
Oh, I understand it now.
So the damage that you're going to be taking is 9 plus a d6. You take...
Oh, is it? Oh.
He's shooting you with a gun.
Yeah,
He critically hit you to shoot you with a gun. So you're taking 12 damage.
Okay.
That could have been much worse.
You see, so the thing is, right? He took out a pistol, fired it. He took out 2 more pistols, fired them. He takes out 2 more pistols.
What?
Okay.
Who are we fighting?
How many pockets does this guy have?
Captain America.
You see that he gets over to the table and ducks behind it for cover because he's assuming that you're probably going to be making ranged attacks against him. Lumia, it is your turn.
Go.
So
You and the Birdman make eye contact.
Lumia says, "Oh shit," and then turns back to the others that are on the ground on the boat. If I am within range, I would like to say that our fellows on the boat, down, I think it's the 5 down below, not in the water, out of nowhere, see an illusion of little sheep jumping over a little fence, and they hear a whispered word, "Sleep," and I would like to cast Sleep at a level 2 spell slot level, which gives me an additional 2d8.
So what's
if
the
I'm within
radius
range?
of the spell?
It's 90
Here,
feet.
let me take one.
It's 90 feet, and then anyone within 20 feet of the point that I designate.
Anyone within 20 feet of the point that you designate.
Oh.
Okay. So
Yes.
20 feet of the point that you designate could be a radius like this, or should I fuck that up? Hold on. Let me see here. A radius like this would be enough to get the 2 on the ledge, the elf that's down there, and the pirate captain.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Or you could get this goblin, this guy, and the pirate. It's up to you. You want these 4?
Yes, I do.
Okay. 90 feet. Let's see to make sure that you are in range. I'm gonna put this straight on you.
Ah, shit.
Not
That
quite. You would have to
move?
you would have to descend about 15 feet in that direction.
That's gonna use my. Wait,
You
isn't
have
it-
a 15-foot flight speed right now, right? Because you haven't activated your thing.
I do. I was gonna do Radiant Soul on my bonus action, but if I need to use it to just move to do the spell, the sleep is my priority.
You wouldn't be using anything other than your already passive 15-foot movement speed to move there. You wouldn't need to use your Radiant Soul to do that.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, do I just do this?
Move yourself that way, and then move yourself that way one more, and then I will move you down a bit.
Like there?
Here, let me like.
I'm stupid.
No, it's okay. It's weird. The way flying speed works in this game is a little fucked.
So sorry.
No, you're fine. Let me just make sure that we're. Oh yeah, that is perfect. So let me take a look. Sleep at a higher level gets an additional 2d8. So you are rolling 7d8.
Oh my god. Put him to sleep.
I hope so. Don't give me any ones. Don't piss me off.
Those are so
Whoa.
good rolls.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So
Not
29
that
is
great.
enough. 29 is enough to knock 2 of these creatures unconscious immediately. 2 of them are gone.
The captain, for sure.
So it starts from creatures with the lowest hit points.
Ah, shit, that's right. Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and randomize the 2 of the 3 available creatures that it knocks unconscious. We'll go ahead and just roll 2d6. We'll say that this guy is 1, 2, this guy is 3, 4, this guy is 5, 6, and I'll re-roll duplicates.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so this guy's definitely unconscious. And then we'll just make it evens and odds. So evens, odds. Evens, the 2 that were reminiscing about how pretty the moon was are now unconscious.
Okay.
Dreaming of the moon.
Alrighty.
Okay. So with my bonus action, I
There's a
would like.
poof of like cotton and or like like sheep's wool, like a poof as they fall unconscious.
Now Lumia's pretty little wings go spectral, and she gets those nice glowing eyes, and we're gonna pop Radiant Soul. And
Alrighty.
then I'm just gonna be here.
Would you like to describe the manner in which your wings take form? You already have wings, but
Yeah.
the Radiant Soul transformation
Wait, does
is.
Radiant Soul do damage?
It
It
does
says you can
also
deal
do-
extra damage when you hit somebody with an attack or spell, yeah.
Let's go.
Oh,
How do they look? I'm assuming like this is probably going to garnish some amount of attention, like
Oh yeah.
just by the nature of it, which will likely distract the remaining combatants.
Yeah, so Lumia's otherwise like fully realized wings almost seem to go vaguely see-through and iridescent, kind of similar to the shade of her hair. Her eyes start glowing, a really light purple color, and she gets all glowy and sparkly.
Hell
yeah.
fucking yeah. You spot this
Whoa.
Harvey taking cover from gunfire. You're over there fucking like get down, and Lumia's like, oh, and she's descending from above like, oh, okay.
Heroes never die.
You just got shot in like the chest, and you're
Yeah.
bleeding, and Lumia descends like mercy.
No, it's canon. Guns do not affect Lumia.
I don't know, we'll see.
So Lumia, does that end your turn?
It does.
Beautiful. All right, pirates 1 through 7. To make sure that everybody is aware, pirates 3, 7, and 5 are unconscious, and pirate 4 is in the water.
Okay.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
So this guy's gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and then this guy is going to move similarly. They're just gonna start dashing up. That's all they do. Pirate 2 is going to take a moment, recognizing that a bunch of shit has just happened. She was the person who was getting the rope ready to drag the other 2 back into the ship. She now drops the rope and takes out her pistol, realizing that shit is happening. Or she takes out her rifle, rather, realizing that shit is happening. She is going to randomize who she is firing at. Does she fire at the same person the captain's firing at? Does she fire at the siren in the water that just threatens to drown 2 of their people? Does she fire at the angel descending from above? She doesn't know.
They're probably like, what the fuck is going on?
We will make it 1 and 2 is Minnie, 3 and 4 is Harvey, and 5 and 6 is Lumia. It's Harvey. So sorry, Harvey.
Surely my cover factors into this.
It does. It does. You have +2 AC. You are taking heavy fire right now. Why is it always you?
I need help. If I get hit like that again, I'm
Harvey
done.
took a
You did take a critical hit, to be fair. So if you
That shit
take
hurted.
if you take a normal hit here, you're gonna be fine.
All right, so it's 16.
16.
16 total. What is wrong with you tonight? What's happening?
I'm trying not to kill you. I know.
Why are my rolls so bad?
Demon.
He's playing with loaded dice.
I'm
Use your inspiration.
I'm cheating. Okay, it does 4 damage to you.
Okay.
So you already took
Okay.
12. That's gonna be another 4, so
Yeah.
16 damage total. You're currently at 12 health.
Yeah.
You gotta chill, dude. Oh my god.
I like plug one nostril and blow a bunch of blood out the other side.
Ugh.
You look like
I'm like ready to go. Yeah. Look like Vin Diesel right now.
Fortunately enough, that's all she does on her turn. It is your turn.
Ugh.
Does it
Alright,
use a bonus action or an action to cry?
It's free. It's the free action.
Okay. Good thing. Good thing. All right.
What do you got for us, Birdman filled with bullet holes?
Can I peek out at the captain to shoot?
Yeah, absolutely. You could from where you're at right now. You don't even need to move. I'll just say you can just like and fire. He has cover against you because he's behind the tables.
Okay. Can I shoot non-lethally?
No.
Okay. Well, fuck this guy. I'm
It
gonna
has
shoot.
to
He
be-
hurt me very badly.
It must be a melee attack that does non-lethal damage.
Okay. It's totally fine.
So that's definitely gonna hit him.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll. You don't get sneak
One-
attack here.
1d6 plus 4.
Yeah. I'll also say for the record, the captain is not an object.
9.
1d6 plus 4. Okay, 9 damage. Very, very solid.
Shot.
So he takes this hit. There is now an arrow that is lodged into his shoulder, and you watch that he snaps the arrow shaft off as he raises his pistols again.
Those are expensive, you prick.
Oh, you shouldn't have fired it at me, should you, you prick?
And then I run this way.
Get back here, you pussy!
5, 10,
Just
15.
straight up, it's just like, you coward!
I love the
30.
captain.
If he runs through and climbs back up the rope he came from,
I had to get the high ground. Hey, man, that worked.
That's, yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, okay, so that's 30. And then I
Okay.
have my turn.
What do you want to do with your bonus action? Do you want to hide?
Oh, bonus action.
You can dash, disengage, or
bearings.
hide. So
Hide.
that is an
Hide.
object interaction. You can do that for free.
Ball bearings.
Fuck is-
Do you see my dice spinning really
Yeah,
fast?
what is happening? Have you let go of it? There we go. So your stealth bonus is +5.
Plus 5, plus one of my d6.
I love watching that dice just fly
15.
out the doorway.
15. Okay. So a 15 stealth. The ball bearings cover a what radius did ball
Oh
bearings cover?
god.
I'll find out. Give me a sec. Ball bearings, 10 feet on a side. Okay, so they're covering the doorway. They make a DC 10 dex save or fall prone. Creature moving through half speed doesn't need to make the save.
Cool. And I look like a chair.
You look okay. You don't fucking metamorphize into a
No.
chair.
I'm like contorting myself
He
behind the
puts on
chair.
mimic veil.
Yeah.
You guys just hear inside like as Harvey just transforms into a chair.
Why do you like morphing into things? Are you alright?
Cool. Anyways, it's Billy's turn.
It's a beach.
Yeah.
Are there any?
Oh my god.
Are there anyone that's on low health?
The two that are adjacent to you. or that are near you. They're at 5 health right now, 5 health apiece.
Maybe I should ask a different question. Are there anyone that hasn't been hit yet?
Yes, these two that are up here. And all of the ones that are running up that are over here, and the bird.
I think I'd like to cast Magic Missile on some of those ones. At least one arrow towards each of them.
Okay.
At least 3.
So magic missile, you have to be able to see the creature. You can only see 2 creatures right now.
Do I have to be able to see them?
You create 3 glowing darts of force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice that you can see within range.
Oh, shit.
The range is 120 feet, so give me a moment. I'm actually going to check something. So you can't see him, unfortunately. Or no, what the fuck? Why the hell didn't it put it where I wanted it to be? There we go. Okay, let me see. What range is that? 140 feet, but you could see him. So if you were in range, you could shoot him. You might have to come up to the surface of the water to do that. What's your swim speed?
My swim speed is equal to my land speed, so that is... I'm pretty sure 35.
15 feet to come up to the surface of the water. Let me just, like, keep you there for just a moment, just to test this out. 15 feet to come to the surface still leaves you 5 feet out of range. But if you were to move diagonally closer by 1, you would be in range.
You know what? I'm just gonna swim up to those people that are right there and try to punch them.
What's your bonus to strength?
Plus, I have +3 to hit.
+3 to hit. Okay, what's your bonus to damage?
+1.
Okay, so you cannot knock them unconscious, but attacking them will break suggestion. They're currently not taking actions because they're swimming around.
Oh, they're just chilling.
Yeah, they're just playing around.
They're just chilling, maybe.
Yeah, but for how long? We gotta eventually start tying these guys up, right?
Here, I'll put you back to where you originally were.
I don't really know what to do. I'm kind of like stuck here in the water.
What if you
I mean,
shot?
you can get up on the
these
ship
dudes?
if you want.
Yeah, I guess I'll start getting up on the ship.
You got 30 feet of movement speed. Strong suggestion, Minnie. Press M,
Okay.
and then press 4. And make sure that that little goblin in the bottom right corner is highlighted.
M and then 4.
Is the goblin highlighted? In the bottom right?
Goblin.
The little goblin model in
Yeah.
the bottom right. Are they highlighted?
Yeah, they are.
Okay, press M again to close that menu. Now every time you move your model, you will have a ruler. So you can see exactly the distance you're traveling vertically.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh, I'm gonna click on that too. There we go.
It'll be very helpful for this, like, vertical weird bullshit we got going on.
3D. 3D indeed.
So what you doing, Minnie?
Okay. That's me, right? No, it's not me. I'm under
Yes.
the water. Where am I?
I am highlighting the water you're
I
in.
am under
Yes.
the water.
There I am.
You've moved 5 feet. Okay, you've not moved 5 feet.
I have 30 feet. I can't grab myself. I need help.
Okay, where do you want to go? Highlight where you want to go. Put your ruler where you want
I
to
just
go.
want to go towards the boat.
Put your ruler where you want to go!
I just want to go towards the boat. I just want to
Okay,
go.
let go of yourself. Stop. Okay, press M and mouse over where you want to be.
I want to go towards the boat.
Okay, specifically. I need a specific
Forward.
direction.
Forwards. This way.
Then move yourself.
I can't.
You just did.
I can't see.
Oh my god, I'm gonna blow you up. Okay, there is 25 feet of your movement.
Okay, cool. Dash?
Okay, where are you going?
Oh shit, I can get onto this boat here.
Yep.
Yeah. Get on the boat, so...
Okay, let me put you back to where you were so that way you get more efficient movement.
Oh, okay.
You were like down here somewhere, wherever the fuck. That's why I needed a specific direction. 30 feet to get up there.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
And then dash another 30 to get up onto.
So you've got 5, 10, and that will take the rest of your movement to climb.
Okay. So I'm like right there.
You are right there.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Roger Dodger. Pirates 8 through 14. Let's see. We've got 10 and 14 unconscious. 13 taking a little swim. Pirate 8 sees Billy jump up onto the boat, and the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna move over here and they're gonna try and shove you off. This is a contested athletics check, I believe. Let me take a look to make sure. Or no, it's just an attack roll, isn't it? Man, it would be great if this was 10 times shorter. There we go. Yeah, they're just going to replace one of their attack actions with a shove. If this hits, they're going to move you 5 feet away from them.
Okay.
What is your armor class?
15.
They miss. They go to shove you, and they slightly trip. You really are fighting just complete buffoons. Then we've got Pirate 12.
Except for the captain.
It's going to move 5, 10,
Apparently
15,
Annie
10
20,
million
25,
guns.
30. I think that this guy... Let's, like... Here, let me take a look at some of their stats real quick.
Like I have a vampire in the back. It's cool.
Vampire?
Yeah, they don't even know you're there right now.
I like that since this is flintlock fantasy, this means the captain just had burning wicks in their coat.
Yeah.
We're not gonna worry
it's
about
Blackbeard.
We're not gonna worry about that. So... Yeah, they're gonna fire Billy. They were gonna fire at Harvey, but Harvey is no longer there. And Billy is really the only target they're aware of. I believe
Where did
as long
Harvey
as...
go? Did he turn into a bird?
I'm a chair.
They
You're a
turned into a chair.
I was already a bird.
You are exactly enough to be in short range, and you're also exposed because you're on the elevated surface there. So AC of 15, they're just gonna take a shot at you with their crossbow.
Since she's elevated, don't they have to roll at disadvantage?
No.
or
PG-3 rules. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
They miss anyway.
They do. Then Pirate 11 is going to say, above, there's an angel or something, and then they're going to fly.
No. I am the goddess of the sea. Uses thaumaturgy to make thunder sound.
They shoot you.
That is.
Let's see. Your armor class is almost certainly higher than that.
Get fucked. Yeah, it is.
They're then going to use the remaining 10 feet of their movement to move
Cry.
here, and they're gonna effectively grapple onto the rope here.
Now I wonder why they do that. That sounds like a safety maneuver.
All right, Moggs and/or Caius, you guys can choose who wants to go first here.
Shame if somebody cut the
I
rope.
assume you would want Caius to go, so that way Caius can chuck you over, right?
Oh, I was gonna be like, get on my back.
That would work too.
And I have to make an athletics check to get up there.
Well, we first need to establish, is Caius going first or is Moggs going first?
Oh.
Fen, do you want for Caius to go or for you to go? Moggs is dead. Moggs. You threw Moggs too hard. You threw Moggs expecting them to like show up, and you turn around, they're just like dead man's floating in the water right now.
It's just a tail.
So if I go after Caius, can he grab me and pull me up?
Yeah, if Caius goes first, Caius can either throw you up or say that you're on Caius's back and Caius is effectively grappling you to pull you up there or what have you. If Caius goes first, you can get up there easier.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and rearrange the initiative to account for that. All right, Caius. Do you want to toss Moggs or do you want Moggs to be on your back?
I would rather Moggs be on my back.
Okay. So
Here's an alternate pitch. If you
Give me
throw
alternate
me
pitch.
up, could I
Uh-huh.
grapple and hit one of the guys and have him get pulled off?
you will burn your action on your turn to do that, I'll say.
Might not be worth it compared to just going up and hitting
Yeah.
him.
Look,
Be pretty
ready?
funny though.
It'd be very funny.
All
All
right.
right,
So,
we'll do it the regular way.
alrighty.
So to put this into perspective, Caius, just so that way you're aware of what's going on, the athletics check is to make sure that you can actually hop up over the railing. You already have a halved movement speed because you are climbing. Your movement speed will again be halved because Moggs is on your back. So your movement
Oh, I
speed
have-
is normally 30 feet.
Okay. So
7.
So it'll be halved to 15 and then go to 7.5 rounded down to 5. If you dash, you have a 15-foot movement speed.
okay.
It will take
Oh.
almost everything you have, but as far as I understand, that is exactly enough to get you up here.
Hilarious.
The athletics check doesn't change whether or not you're like how far you go. It's just to determine whether you can get up there in the first place. So it's DC
Okay.
8 athletics. As long as you're okay with burning your
Oh.
action to dash to get up there, then you can do this.
What if I shift? Give me some extra movement.
How
speed.
much movement speed does that give you? It gives you an extra 10 feet, right?
Yes.
Or yeah, an extra 10
10 feet.
feet. So that would bring you from that would give you 20 feet of movement speed. So you'd have an extra 5 feet to get up there, but you would still need to dash. It's 15 feet to reach the
Okay.
apex.
Okay. So basically, without shifting, I'll be able to make it regardless if I.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will hold on to my bonus action. And yeah, I guess I'm dashing.
What's your bonus to athletics?
6.
Okay, just don't roll a natural one.
Shut up!
I uncurse you.
Shut up!
I bless you. Here you go. Perfectly average
right.
roll.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh my god!
You are.
It's 2 ones. It's 2 ones.
It's like a.
It's a conspiracy.
It's a. Okay.
All right. And now that I'm up here, I'm
sorry.
going. I just imagine like we both get up here and I just start yelling like, "Oh!" and I go into a rage.
This guy turns around. This guy turns around. This guy turns around. The captain looks at you and goes, "What the fuck?"
Yes.
The
I'm
two
raging.
sleeping guys turn a little bit in their slumber. They don't wake up though.
I was
We're
about
like,
to say, they
shut
better
up.
not.
So
I mean,
comfy.
there's gunfire and everything going.
Jim or whatever the fuck
Jim's
his
over
name
there
is.
like,
Yeah. The corn.
it's still in.
God.
Poor.
I'm gonna stop with that.
Please
I don't
stop.
like Jim. I don't like him.
All right, but yes, I am now raging, and I guess that is all I can do.
Okay. Moggs, you are on the surface of the ship. You are a menace. You are ready to go.
Man, that bird is way the fuck up there.
Yeah. It's Lumia's problem.
Okay. So.
90.
speak-
90, okay.
How far? Oh, beautiful.
You're gonna run up on the captain. The captain sees a glowing red-hot man who is drenched in water and a kobold with a metallic spider. And suddenly the metallic spider kobold fucking skitters over to him at a breakneck pace, and he goes, "Oh god,
Yeah, that's
Ew,
gotta
what
be
is
terrifying.
I hate spiders."
Okay, so that's my movement, and then my bonus action to have Webby do a dash.
Cool.
And then I will use. I think I just want a booming blade, right? Keep him in place.
It prevent him from making ranged attacks against other targets as well, because you would have disadvantage if you were to fire while he's adjacent to you.
Yeah, I don't think I really have anything else that really needs to. Ooh. Is that a? Okay, okay. Yeah. I think that's good. So yeah, we'll just do that. So that is a. 20.
Very solid.
Whoa.
I will let you guess whether that hits or not.
Damn, you missed. That's crazy.
Almost, yeah.
That's crazy, man.
All right, it's 2d6.
And this is a lethal strike.
I assume
It
this
is-
is non-lethal because it is a melee attack.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we had to state. Oh, my bad. I got confused.
I don't want to like hit you guys with a gotcha. Like you didn't.
Ah,
see
you
it.
guys suck. Read the book, idiots.
14.
Okay. 14 damage.
Yep.
Very solid. And the booming blade effect, I assume, wreaths him as normal.
Yep. Nice
Booming
and
blade stuff
rumming.
will kill.
It
him.
will kill him,
I
but
wouldn't-
he isn't even bloodied.
Okay.
He'll be okay. He'll survive one more d8, I think.
All right. I guess just no one else
Unless
is that guy.
they manage to roll a 42 on their d8, he's gonna be fine.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Be
this is
careful.
the captain.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you
Alright.
for that little insight there.
Yeah, don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Is
No,
that your turn, Mugs?
Movement bonus and a regular. Yep.
Now remind me if there's anything that the captain needs to keep in mind aside from the fact that he has disadvantage on ranged attacks while you're adjacent to him. Is there anything else that you're applying to him aside from Booming Blade? I think if he tries to hit you, Webby can transfer it to themselves or vice versa. Or
If-
disadvantage or something.
So if he attacks me, Webby can use a reaction to give it disadvantage.
Okay. And then I know that there's also the extra d6 of damage that Webby gets if you are damaged.
Correct.
By an enemy, I believe, is the stipulation. So if you can't just fall damage yourself or stab yourself. Okay. I think the captain is just going to treat the threat in front of them as the foremost threat. They can make 3 attacks. You see that they drop the 2 firearms that they were holding and draw 2 scimitars, and they're going to go to town. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that what they're attacking is Webby. Unless you have a
He did say he's
feature,
afraid of spiders.
unless you have a feature that prevents them from attacking Webby directly.
Nope.
Okay. Let's go ahead and what's Webby's AC?
AC of 15.
Why is it
15?
more than mine?
Webby is made out of like metal.
Yeah, that's true. So that is a hit.
I have hollow bones.
That is also a hit,
Oh.
and that is also a hit.
Oh.
So the first attack does 7 damage to Webby.
Okay.
Second attack does 5 damage to Webby. And the third attack does 8 damage to Webby.
So 20 total damage.
I believe so.
Okay.
And that is his entire turn. He ends his turn afterwards, and you see that he's explicitly going for Webby, such that normally combatants try to knock you off of Webby, or they try to go for you explicitly. But you see, like, Webby interjects their arms occasionally to apply the disadvantage that she normally does. But in this particular case, it almost looks like Webby is actually explicitly trying to evade his attacks, and he is going for her limbs. Such that it is entirely like aesthetic, and it'll be easy enough for you to just pop it back on at the end of this fight. But he manages to pop off a couple of her legs, and you do hear Webby go, "Mom, this guy's mean. I don't like this
Oh
guy."
no.
Over here popping apart like bionicles.
Pitiful.
You hear metallic clacking noises as some of Webby's limbs get like popped off. She's not like hurt. She's just like, "Oh,
mean-
those are my legs. Those are my legs. They're gone." Lunia.
Webby pain.
Probably not. I mean, even
I
if they
hope
even if
not.
they do, in this particular instance, they don't seem to be expressing it.
Yeah, it's just like, ooh, mom, my legs are.
Hey,
popping
mom,
off."
mom, the
That
legs.
was my favorite leg.
Man, I just greased that leg too.
Okay, how far? I want to move 45 down, which I think is my movement now that I've popped Radiant Soul. Yes?
Yeah. Do you want to move it at an angle at all, or do you just want to go straight down?
I want to go straight down.
Okay.
So it's like
I can help you out with that.
Yes, please. I'm sorry.
Boo.
So that's 35 feet. That is closer to 40.
Oh, she's standing
do you
on the
wanna-
mast.
Do you want to stand on the mast, or do you want to move like horizontal to get away from the mast?
We'll stay there.
Okay.
And this is going to be a question that I have because I've never had to do this before. I would like to bring out our friend Zarathrian, but
Okay.
like with my bonus action, but I'm unsure if I can summon him like at a point on the ground or if he has to just apparate where I am. 'Cause
Remind me what the armor is called again, so I can take a look at the feature.
it's Knight's Fellowship.
Armor of Knights Fellowship, or the plate of Knights Fellowship. Beautiful.
Oh, within 30 feet
Within
of you.
30 feet of you. So I am gonna say this will be funny if he does apparate up above the ground, because he will fall and take damage and be prone. Okay, so that's 30 feet. So from there, it would be, if you went directly down, he would be 15 feet in the air, and he would fall and take a d6 damage and fall prone. But he
No.
would spawn. He would be something.
He'd be okay.
No, I'm not
Yeah, but
doing
he'd be
that to
prone.
him.
No,
That'd
I don't
be a
think
big issue.
so that's the thing, right? If you were to, instead of spawning him in, straight down, if you were to instead spawn him at, what the fuck? Why is this bubble so big?
Can you do it on the upper deck?
If you were to spawn it like on the opposite end of the pirate captain, he would, instead of falling 15 feet, he would fall 20, but he's now flanking with Mox. He would still fall prone. He would take an extra d6 of damage.
I mean, right here is technically
Well, that's definitely not in range.
I
This
mean,
is
if you're
30
being
feet.
a stickler about it.
30 feet would be he's spawning like somewhere here, and then if we were to like draw a line from that bubble down to
We slid down the rope.
you spawn him on the mast and just tell him to go down there. He'll be like, my lady, I don't know why you put me up here.
No, I'm not gonna do that to him. Instead, what I will do with my action, I'm gonna magic up a beautiful, swirly, misty, purpley bubble of Twilight Sanctuary, which I'm aware may not reach anyone right now, but we're gonna go ahead and do it up.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty.
The domain, I believe, is 30 foot, right?
Let me look. Yeah, 30-foot radius.
Cool.
Okay. I think. Sorry, guys. I dashed my
Oh,
plan.
you're good.
It's okay.
How dare you?
Oh, I ruined it. Yeah, I think that's the extent of what I can do, unless there's a way for me to get more movement around here.
You do have another 10 feet of movement.
Let's do it then.
You could use a diagonal to go out here, and then you can move 5 feet down to put yourself like right there. I think that actually might tag Moggs with the Twilight Sanctuary. Let me take a look. Nope, Moggs would have to jump. Moggs would have to jump and end their turn in the air.
But wait, if she goes there and then try to summon Zarathrian,
But Zarathrian would now spawn only 5 feet off the ground and just kind of like, and he's there.
So he
won't,
wouldn't fall a million feet.
Yeah, he would fall exactly 5 feet, which is the amount someone can fall without falling prone or taking damage.
Oh, okay. Then let's do that.
Okay, let me go ahead and spawn him. I'm assuming you're putting him directly beneath you.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I want.
Surprise!
It's crazy because right now this captain has just saw a flaming dude jump on a ship, a spider kobold, and a golden dragon just get
A
airdropped.
golden dragon get fucking airdropped from an angel. He's
Avengers assemble.
you see like some white dust on his mustache, and he's like, "This is par for the course. I'm on cocaine. This is normal."
Oh my god, jeez.
Lumia, is that your turn?
That is.
I spend all the money we steal from the townsfolk on cocaine.
Oh, I see. Yeah, these guys need to be
My
knocked out.
God.
All right. Pirates 1 through 7. Pirates 1 and 6 here are distracted by Caius. I think they're going to probably saddle up 10, 15, 20, 25. And they're going to move here. So here's the deal, Caius. Here's the deal.
Yes.
They can shove you.
Mm-hmm.
They're both going to try.
Uh-huh.
They need to meet or beat your armor class.
Got it.
So you've got 2 attacks with a bonus of +3 to hit you. What is your armor class?
My armor class is a 15.
So they need to roll a 12 or higher to knock you off the boat.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have this guy go first.
All right.
So,
I am going to use my tail.
okay. Remind me what it does.
Okay. Where did it go? I just saw it. Here it is. If a creature you can see within 10 feet of you hits you with an attack roll, you can use your reaction to swipe your tail, roll a d8, applying that bonus to your AC.
Okay, roll a d8, because this is a soft 20. You need a 5 or higher. Oh,
Let's go.
You see, he pushes out his hands like he's trying to shove you. You bend his wrists a little too far backwards by slapping him with the tail, and he looks at his hands and goes, my hands! Oh my god! My hands, my wrists! Where the fuck does that tail come from?
If you want to keep it, you better leave.
Okay, man. I don't want to fight. He holds up his hands that are now bent a little too far backwards, and he's like, okay.
He just surrendered?
I mean, maybe. You'll see if he decides to
Okay.
attack you on the next turn, but this guy is going to attack you. Now, remind me, does this carry through to other attacks, or is it just for the attack in question?
It just says, roll a
By the
d8,
number to
applying
your
a bonus
AC.
to your AC equal to the number you rolled, potentially causing the attack to miss you. So I think it. There?
If it doesn't say that it lasts until the end of your turn, then it doesn't. It only lasts for that attack.
Oh, okay.
We've got another effectively on the die. If it is 11 or lower, you're good. If it's 12 or higher, you're not. Let's see.
I love this.
Oh my god.
You see, you know what? Here's the flavor, right? The first guy does that and gets his wrists broken. The second guy considers it and just takes out his swords. That's going to be those two's turn.
Oh my gosh.
Pirate 2 is going to make the determination that it's probably a good idea to, like, there's so many fucking targets for them now.
Pirate 2?
The elf over here. I'm not going to make them roll. I'm going to say threat assessment. They think Captain's got those two on the ground, so they're going to be choosing between Lumia and Billy. I'm going to say that they're going to shoot at Billy because they were the first person that they noticed to start causing problems. So, Billy, what is your AC against 15?
15.
And a miss. A miss.
Billy's
Let's
out
go.
here dodging folks.
Yeah.
Pirate number 4 is going to turn around and go, guys, why don't you just, like, come take a swim? What's wrong with you?
Chill
It
out.
would be. Say, you guys are taking this way too seriously.
Yeah, this really doesn't. We can just have a good time. We
Yeah,
can
you
just.
should, yeah, you should listen to them.
We can. And you see, Pirate 2 and Pirate 8 both are like, shut up. I didn't know. Why?
Look,
I
it's
haven't been hit yet, so I haven't even.
You haven't been hit, so you haven't been concentration check. Yeah.
Yeah.
Harvey, you are a chair.
I'm a chair.
Why are you a chair?
Because I'm hiding.
What the fuck?
All right, so I 5, 10, 15, 20. If I do, is that
25.
here's 25? Okay.
Yeah. The second diagonal is where you cost 10.
And then I would have.
So 30 to get there.
Next turn, right?
You could dash as a bonus action because you're rogue.
Yes.
Wait.
And it will cost double movement to go up, so that will be. I will let that be 15, even though it's technically closer to 20. I'll say that's 15. You still have your action, but you don't have any movement. So if you wanted to move again, you'd have to dash.
I'm gonna dash.
Okay. You got your max movement speed again. Beautiful. A very efficient turn. You're still very hidden, I'll say, because of the successful stealth check followed by this. Technically, stealth wears off at the beginning of your next turn, but it doesn't matter. Actually, I think it's when you reveal yourself that it expires, or when someone succeeds a perception check against you. Doesn't matter. Does that end your turn?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Billy, it is you.
Hey, Doke, I can see people now. Who's not very hurt right now?
Number 2 hasn't taken damage. Number 8 hasn't taken damage, and that's this one and this one. Any of the pirates
Probably
that
the
aren't
captain.
in the water or unconscious haven't taken damage except the captain. Like every
Okay, I'll
pirate
send-
but the
I'll
captain
send
that's
the
currently
magic
standing.
missile, one to each of the 2 pirates that are near me.
Okay.
That haven't taken any damage, and then I'll send 1 magic missile to the captain.
Okay.
If he's knocked out.
Roll a d4 for pirate number 8.
Okay.
D4 plus 1. Beautiful. So that's 5 damage to pirate number 8. They're now at 6. Roll for pirate number 2. Another 5 damage to pirate number 2. Beautiful. So they're now at 6. And then roll for the captain. Another 4 damage to the captain. Beautiful, beautiful. Okie dokie. So that's your
Nice.
action. Do you
and
move
then
at
I'll
all?
and then I'll get down.
Okay. Cool. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Awesome. Pirates 8 through 14. It's a good thing that you got down because he was going to try and shove you again. So as of right now, it's Pirate 8 and Pirate 12 that are able to do something. Pirate 8 here drops his crossbow and pulls out his sword. Is going to try to swing at you, Billy. That is a hit. Do you have any reactions?
No reactions.
Okay. That is 4 damage and 2 concentration checks.
Okay.
So do concentration for Pirate 4 first. A DC 10.
Concentration check is my saving throw, right?
Concentration is your Constitution saving throw bonus. Yes. So that is a success,
Nice.
and then on Pirate 13 next. Huge. That is also a success.
Nice.
So
big
just that way
rolls.
everybody is aware, it is normally not possible to concentrate on more than 1 spell at a time, but because of the sort of wishy-washy rules of how I've tweaked Sorcerer to work, if you twin spell a concentration spell, you are allowed to concentrate on both of them simultaneously. It's normally not possible to do this. Concentrating on 2 spells is crazy. But you've managed to endure the onslaught. Pirate number 12 is then going to pull out a boomstick-looking rifle and aim it at you, Caius. They are going to fire what looks like
Which
a
one is
blunder.
this?
The bugbear over here. They're going to pull out what looks like a blunderbuss, and then they're going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to get to square up right in front of you, and they're going to fire.
Mm-hmm.
Your armor class is 15, correct?
Yes.
So here's how I'm gonna flavor this. This hits you square in the chest and does not penetrate your skin. You get a chest full. You know what? Maybe it does penetrate your skin. It doesn't do any damage to you though. You straight up, you just have shrapnel and little bits of buckshot in your
protruding
the
in my
skin of your
chest.
chest, and a little bit of blood is dripping down, and you just look mad.
The bullet crumples like you're Superman.
Did me off.
You see the pirate drops the blunderbuss and pulls out a sword and goes, "Fuck this." It is. I believe that's all. It's Caius, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was a bad idea.
It was.
To attack him right before his turn.
So I'm going to hop down
All right. The 5 feet to hop down.
And I still don't know if this gentleman on my right has given up.
You still don't know.
Okay. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm going to turn and just swing with the broadsword of my blade
Hell yeah.
to try and knock him out.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll. I assume this is non-lethal.
Of course. I said the broadside. I'm not. If I wanted to kill him, I was about to use the blade. All right.
That is definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll your
1d8
damage.
plus 1.
It is going to be whatever the damage die is of the blade. I believe this is a longsword, correct?
Yes.
So if you're using it in one hand, it is a D8. You're adding your strength modifier to this. And are you raging?
I am raging.
Okay, so you're adding your rage damage, and then the weapon has a +1 rune on it.
Yes.
So what's your strength mod? It's +4, right?
It's +4.
+4, and then your rage damage is +2, so that's 6, and then the weapon is +1, so that's 7.
Okay.
So a D8 plus 7. That is 1 below what you needed to knock him unconscious. So describe for me how you are non-lethally attacking him with this blade.
So as I jump down, I just turn and just swing it broadside with my right arm, just wide sweep.
You hit him in the side of the head, and he crumples into the fetal position on the ground and goes, okay. I surrender. I'm not gonna fight you.
Oh, you popped my cauliflower ear, you asshole.
For all intents and
God.
purposes, that guy is unconscious.
And then, all right. And then I'm going to turn to the one on my left.
Okay.
I don't think I can do anything else. I think I only got 1 attack.
For right now, yeah. Until you're level 5.
I'm just staring into his soul like, I hope you know you could either just
He looks a little
surrender
more-
now
He
or
looks a
catch
little
this
more
next one.
determined. He definitely looks like he didn't look at you breaking that guy's wrist and slapping him with the broadside of a sword as like you're super dangerous. He's looking at it as like I need to be careful. Like that's what he's looking at it as.
Nice.
Is there
All right.
anything else you want to do, or is that it?
Nope, that'll be it.
Beautiful. Moggs, it is back to you. Also, I believe Zarathrian comes immediately after Lumia. Is that correct, or is it immediately before Lumia?
That's such a great, really smart question you've asked there.
It shares your initiative, takes its turn immediately after yours. So Zarathrian should have taken a turn. You guys mind if I do that now?
Go for it.
Cool. Zarathrian is going to look up to you, Lumia, and go, do I fight the captain or the underlings?
Oh, a good question. I want you to go after the elven woman and try to knock her out.
Okay. Whoops, that's you.
Hee
He's going to move 5, 10, 15, and he is... I was debating on whether or not he was just going to shove her off, but he's gonna make a non-lethal attack. Let me go
Does she lose her
ahead.
balance anyway?
I mean, if she did, she'd start to drown.
Oh,
Which
God.
would would probably not be great. Oh boy.
Oh, yeah, she is already hurt.
What did you just do?
Google Chrome was taking a long fucking time to load up the stat
Oh.
block I made it for Zarathrian.
The wiki dot is shitting itself.
So
No.
Zarathrian takes a big swing and a big miss. He's just gonna attack again because he's got multi-attack. Okay, he
Much
hits.
better.
Nice.
It's 2d6 plus 3. Knocks her unconscious.
Let's go!
Oh my God. Yes.
You watch that he takes that swing and a miss, and in order for her to have avoided the swing, she had to like hop up. Zarathrian literally just reaches out as she's in the air. It seemed like he missed on purpose. Reaches out as she is in the air, grabs her by the ankle, and just slams her on the other side, literally tossing her over his head and like like
A
onto the
true
ground.
gentleman.
Oh, I want to try that.
Like Flintstones level action. That's hilarious.
He twirls the longsword in his hand, and he's like, "Well, Caius is really true. That is very satisfying to grapple people." He's gonna move here. Now it is your turn, Mox.
Okay. I'm going to instruct Webby to perform self-repairs.
Okay.
So 3 times a day, Webby can do a repair action. 2d8 plus proficiency hit points.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So that's
14 hit points. Brings them up from taking 20 damage to effectively having taken 6.
Okay, cool. I don't need to move anywhere. What does flanking give me again?
It gives you functionally +2 on your attack.
+2 on my attack. Okay. I don't see. So, and this one that's laying down is unconscious.
Yes.
So I don't really see much of a reason to do anything other than continue
Attack the-
using
yeah.
booming blade.
I will tell you when the captain is bloodied, as usual. Okay.
Whoa!
Holy shit.
See, I also get angry when Webby has been damaged.
When Webby gets damaged. Okay, so this is your greatsword, so 2d6 plus
Maul,
your
but yeah.
your rest. Yeah, sorry. So that's
Dare you hurt
12.
my child.
The
2d6
16
plus 5.
2d6 plus 5, so that's going to be 17 plus 2d6 because of the crit.
Okay, so I only get the +5 ones.
Yeah, you don't double the proficiency or item bonus or any, or you don't double
Got
your
it.
status bonus or your item
Just the
bonus.
rolls.
Yeah, just the dice.
Okay. So 17 plus.
Plus
I
8,
reroll
that's
1s and 2s.
Oh my god.
That's huge.
So 17 is 23. Plus
hope
5, that's
it's not too
20.
huge.
That's 28. He's bloodied. He's bloodied now, in case you were wondering.
Please don't move him.
But why would I not? Why would I not
I
move him?
know.
That's valid.
He just he just walks forwards and explodes. Okay, so that's
yeah.
your attack. He is now wreathed in booming blade energy. Do you have anything else you want to do?
With a move action, no.
Okay. Pirate Captain's turn. He just took a lot of damage all at once. You see that he pops a health potion out of his coat and drinks it as a bonus action.
Oh, this man's prepared.
On him.
Make sure that I have the correct healing
No, we
potion.
can learn from that.
Valid.
There we go. You're right. The Wikidot is shitting the bed right now. Okay, so he pulled out a greater healing potion, so he's going to be healing 4d4 plus 4.
Oh my god.
All those 1s and 2s.
So he heals himself for a total of 13, bringing himself up pretty significantly, but not above bloodied. And then he is going to make 1 attack against Zerathrian, 1 attack against Webby, and 1 attack against Moggs. So against
Wilding out.
Against he's wigging out right now. He's starting to spin around.
He's hopped up off of cocaine.
Against Zerathrian, he full-fledged misses. Against Webby,
There's like 15 guns on the floor right now.
full-fledged misses, and
And
against
Webby is
Moggs,
playing doesn't matter.
Bless
full-fledged
his heart.
misses. He's just starting to freak out. he's just starting to freak out. Lumia, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna continue going down. I wanna go down 45 feet. Come on. Yay! Thank you. Okay, cool. Can I attempt casting sleep again?
You absolutely can, actually.
I want to do it at the 2nd level spell slot again. But if it's within 20 feet, like, I want to try to get the captain and the gabagool over there by Billy.
So here's the deal.
Gabagool?
Here's the deal with sleep. You don't get to pick which creatures fall asleep. So if
I just want them to be in
if any of your allies are in the radius and they have less health than some of your enemies, they will fall asleep. So a trick that I've often seen for sleep. I know that you want to get more than one creature in it. I don't know that it'll be possible without also risking your allies. But a trick that I have seen for sleep is because of the fact that it is technically a sphere, is to target the air above a creature's head 20 or like technically 19 or 15 feet above their head. So where the bubble only intersects with that creature and no other creatures adjacent to them.
That's very funny. Okay. I guess we could try that.
I will be straight up with you. The captain has 23 health. The average of 7d8, let me do quick math real quick. That's 9, 18, 27. The average of 7d8 is a little over 30. So on average, you should be able to knock him out.
Oh, it'll suck if I whiff, but I mean, let's try it. Let's go for it.
A second
D&D,
level.
let's go.
A second level spell slot on the captain. Let's go ahead and roll those 7d8 to see if he gets knocked unconscious. You're trying to meet or beat 23.
Light work, no reaction.
That's awesome.
Light work, no reaction.
You see he's spinning around and he's frothing at the mouth and he's foaming and he's like,
Oh god.
and he's just asleep. In the middle of one of his swings, he flings one of his scimitars off the side of the boat.
I hope it doesn't impale one of the dudes down there just enjoying their life. That sucks.
You hear, oh!
Exactly what I was thinking of horror.
Well, he's completely unconscious. You see Zarathrian kind of like nods in respect for the fact that you did not catch him or Moggs in the sleep spell.
That would have sucked. Okay.
Funny thing about it, even if every, like, you, Moggs, Zarathrian, and him were in the sleep spell, he had the lowest health, so he would have gone first.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'm learning. I'm learning.
No, he didn't have the lowest health.
What health? I don't know what Webby's health is. I can't see it on
20.
your model.
Currently 20.
Okay, so Webby would have fallen unconscious first.
Oh shit, that would have been bad. Not wanted to move. Okay.
If it were that Webby and Moggs were separate models, that wouldn't be a problem, but you're not, so it's impossible.
I haven't. Sorry, I'm trying to see. No, I don't think I do. That's a bummer. I was just trying to see if I had anything with a bonus action that would allow me to give a little healing to one of my dear friends, but I do not. So I think I have to end my turn.
You do
here.
have your AoE currently active, which I believe gives temp health if you or another creature ends your turn within a radius.
Yes.
So that is going to give you temp health. We technically should have rolled that last turn as well. Why don't we just go ahead and roll it as though you had advantage on it to see how much you get? Roll 2d6 and take the highest, and then add your cleric level. That's how much temp hit points you have. So 4 plus your cleric level, which I believe is 4, so you have 8 temporary hit points as of right now. Solid. Beautiful. And now that also goes for Zarathrian and Moggs and Billy. If you guys end your turn within 30 feet of Lumia, you will get 10 hit points. Speaking of Zarathrian, it is now his turn. Zarathrian notes that there are 3 of you here and only really 1 enemy. There are 2 enemies down there that are potentially going to be waking up here soon from their suggestion stupor, and there is also 2 sleeping enemies that are up here. Sleep only lasts for a minute, so that could potentially cause problems. He notes while he's sure that Caius wouldn't like him thinking of Caius in this way, Zarathrian is worried that Caius is currently engaging multiple enemies and is going to go over there to help him. So he's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then he's going to dash to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's gonna move here.
That
and
guy
you
has no idea that there's a dragon behind him.
well, actually, you do note that Zarathrian explicitly slams the flat of his blade against the pole as he is running past it to make a really loud noise in order to attract the attention of the bugbear.
Gotcha.
Though the bugbear is now like doing this number where he's like, glowing dragonborn or flaming fireman. What do I do?
I'd kill myself.
Pirates 1
Reaction
through
to cry
7.
is still there.
I'm fairly certain it's just Pirate 1 who is adjacent to Caius right now. They are going to attack you, Caius.
All right.
They miss. Harvey, it's your turn.
Right on. Just want to do a quick.
I am going to note
Prime
that
move.
there are only there's only a couple of turns left on these guys asleep. They will wake up after that point. If you want to tie them up and take their weapons from them, now would I'll be honest, you guys are cleaning up this fight pretty quick.
Phil, at the risk of being that like kid in class that makes everybody stay later for homework, I don't know if you realized our flying friend on the ropes up top. Like, I haven't seen him go in a minute.
He's on Pirates 8 through 14. I haven't forgotten about him.
Oh, okay.
It's just been a hot minute since we've gotten back there. There's a lot of
Okay.
pirates, a lot of stuff going on.
You might not have to worry about him in a minute.
Fucking put
Okay, but
arrows
what
in
about
that.
what about
Oh,
the
I-
unconscious dudes?
Oh,
They're
that's
gonna
right.
wake up.
Well, and I can't shoot him either.
He's looking at you. He goes, nah, poop.
All right. 5,
I'm
10,
going to do
15,
something very
20,
terrifying if he stays up there.
25, 30.
I will say one action and one bonus action. You can tie both of them up.
I'll do that then.
That's
You
cool.
Oh,
you get their weapons away from him. You tie him up. I'll say the reason that he's able to do it as a bonus action is because he's a rogue. Rogues have
I
like
dashed.
yeah. There you go. You take their weapons from them. They've got like some shoddy crossbows and some not great short swords, and you tie their hands behind their backs. They're still snoring. Is there anything else, Harvey?
No.
Roger that. Billy, it is your turn.
Oh dear. I'm going to punch the person in front of me.
You have a melee weapon, don't you? You have like a dagger. You can
Yeah.
non-lethal with a dagger.
Yeah, what's the plus to hit with a dagger?
It is
That's
either your
dexterity,
dex
right?
or your strength, your choice.
Well, so are my fists. And
Okay.
daggers do what? A D4?
A D4.
Yeah, my fists do a D4. I'm a
Oh,
monk.
you just want to
Hell yeah.
You just want to
Yeah.
put the hands to the goblin.
Breach.
You know what? Hell yeah.
Okay. Go ahead
I'm
and
a
punch
monk.
the guy.
I got
You wouldn't know it looking at you.
Yeah. I actually I kind of want to flavor it. She just whips her tail and tries to hit them in the side.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack. What is your
that's
bonus to hit?
11?
That is an 11. That is one under what you need.
No, really? That
You need
sucks.
a 12. Yeah.
That's
Round
so
it up, round
silly.
it up.
So I'll be straight up with you. You guys are cleaning up this fight really quick. We're already hitting the 3-hour mark. There's not going to be another combat. If you want to burn your inspiration here, this would be a good time to do it.
Ooh.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
No, what the?
That's the same roll.
That's the same one.
Can I give my inspiration to Billy?
Sure.
I give my inspiration to Billy.
Knock him clean the.
Yeah!
That is it.
If it was another 8,
Go ahead. I would have fucking. Dude. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's 3.
3 damage. You hit him in the side of the head. He's now bloodied.
No, really? I thought he
was
was
at
at low
6 health.
health.
He was at 6.
Ah,
I told you before. You did 5 damage to him. You hit him in the side of the head. He like rebounds off of the railing. He like does that number. He goes, "Ow, God! What are you?"
Wouldn't you like to know?
Okay. I guess. Yeah. You got a fat tail. Why'd that hurt so bad?
That's mean.
What?
Oh,
no, I didn't. He puts up his hands
He's
like,
a-
no. I didn't mean it like. I just meant like it's okay. I'm sorry.
Are you fat shaming our friend?
No, I'm not. I was just startled. I didn't expect it to be that big.
I'm sure
Normally-
they won't mind if one dies.
That's what she said.
Whoa, man. Hey. Okay. Listen, we don't need to talk about death. I've noticed you've been knocking my friends unconscious. I'll surrender if you want. Just don't hit me again. You've already knocked out our captain. This is a plea that requires a response.
It hits him again.
Okay.
It's up to Billy. Do you want to hit him again?
No, we could just tie you up.
Okay. He holds up his hands. He does not drop his sword.
Can you drop your sword?
Oh, you won't hit me again, will you?
No, I won't.
Promise?
I promise.
I'm sorry for calling your tail fat.
It's fine.
Okay, he drops the sword. Okay, I am going to go ahead and say that the remainder of these guys, who's really 13, 4, and 12 and 1, they're not going to just like stop fighting, but you guys are going to be able to clean up this fight really, really quick. We can continue this fight if you want, but I'm just going to tell you right now, they're not going to do much damage to you. They're not going to risk like hurting you guys in any real capacity, and you guys are going to knock them out. Do we want to go ahead and TLDR this combat?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can.
I can take my turn.
If you would like to, you can. But again,
you should know this too.
again, you're gonna knock them out, and then they're gonna be knocked out. That's what's gonna
Like,
happen over the course of the next turn or two.
Yeah, so what it is I'm gonna attack the captain.
What?
Okay.
Why would you do that?
What?
That's totally gonna wake him up.
Isn't
No,
that
it's
also gonna
It's
kill
going
him?
to make him actually unconscious.
He's still at 23 health.
Yeah, he's at
Yep.
really.
And I get
Can't we just
advantage
tie him
because
up?
he's incapacitated, and if I hit, I crit.
Correct.
But can't we just
True.
tie him up?
You could.
Good. But he also beat the shit out of Webby.
That's true.
I mean,
I'll give
ultimately, it's
it
going to
to-
end up the same thing.
I'll give it to you if you want it. It's just now you're like factoring in actual statistics rather than me giving it to you.
Either way, but that is if you want to just have it be flavor, it could be just be flavor. But that's what's
Okay,
happening.
then.
Yeah, no, that works. Flavor is a-okay with me. I'm giving it to you guys no matter what. So we'll go ahead and just say at like towards the apex of this fight, as you guys are just crossing the hump and people are starting to drop their arms and surrender. You guys see Moggs fucking smash their wrench into the side of the captain's head. He was snoring unconscious, and now he's just he's still breathing, but he's just full-fledged
My
unconscious
God.
now. Lumia, you bear witness to this. Very obviously emotional. As you know, presumably after doing this, the pirate captain, now full-fledged unconscious, Moggs starts to pick up little spider legs on the ground.
Don't talk to me, my kid, ever again.
Lumia kind of flinches and looks away quickly.
You see the goblin who had surrendered before holds out their hands for Billy to tie them up and goes like, I mean, listen, the boss was always kind of crazy. He might deserve that, honestly. The two guys in the water start to go like, hey, what's going on up there? We're just in there swimming. They are starting to come back onto the boat.
Oh, shit.
God.
Nothing. Come on up. The ship's fine.
They
Just kidding.
They come up to see that every one of their friends are unconscious or dying, and they consider for a moment whether or not they should pull out their weapons to attack. You see one of them actually pulls out their flintlock and goes click because they were fucking completely submerged in water. They kind of toss the firearm, not like trying to do damage to you, Billy. They just kind of like toss it at you in indignation. And then you see that the orc still standing there for a moment, turns around and attempts to climb down the ladder. Do you opportunity attack him, Billy?
Yeah, I tried to punch him.
Okay, go ahead. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
This is
You
not.
need to roll a 4 in order to knock him out.
There it is.
Yeah.
So this is also flavor. This isn't going to harm him. He gets to the ladder, and then you hit him with your tail, and he goes boom onto the fucking boat. And then you see the other guy goes, "Oh shit, we gotta go." He gets on the boat and tries to cast away from the ship.
Oh.
I'll start getting down into it.
Okay. Yeah, you can hop down and knock him out. It's honestly not that difficult. You see that he sees you come down,
You're
and he
right,
goes
I'll just.
he puts up like he's trying to like karate chop you, and you knock him out.
Let's go.
Nice.
Very well done. Very, very well done. You see the bugbear with the blunderbuss gets knocked unconscious by Zarathrian as he comes up behind and pommel strikes him. You fucking suplex this guy. He's super unconscious. The two guys that were up there sleeping that are currently tied up by Harvey wake up and they go like, "Oh, that was a very good nap. Why are we tied up?"
Oh, I'm taking your stuff. That's okay. You're good.
Okay.
Here's a party.
Do we know you? Are you... Did the captain send you?
I drop a ball bearing on his head and walk away.
Ow.
What?
Congratulations. You've managed to succeed on this encounter. There is a little dinghy that you guys can use to help transport these 15 pirates that you currently have tied up in your custody. They won't all fit on either the small fishing boat or the little dinghy, so you're gonna have to divvy them out between the two.
Yeah.
But all 15 of them and you guys will fit on both collectively, as long as you like tie the dinghy to the fishing boat in some capacity. You'll be able to get
Sweet.
them to shore.
Okay, nice. That motherfucker that's still flying up there.
Mm-hmm.
Get down from there, young man.
Now.
I don't want to. You just knocked out all of my friends.
What kind of creature are they?
Get down.
They're an
from there,
Arakakra.
Or I burn down the ship.
You say that, and he goes, "Whoa, dude! Whoa!"
What did you say?
Get down from there, or I'll burn down your ship. And
Whoa.
he goes, "First off, not my ship. Second, what the fuck, man? I just saw you knock them all out. You're not trying to kill us, are you?"
No, we're not gonna kill you, but you're coming with us.
Again,
I had
one
Webby
can
a
die.
spool of rope and say fetch.
Okay. Is Webby gonna start climbing up there?
Yeah.
You see that he flies like away from the area where Webby could reach him and goes, no. I'm not coming with you. I can just fly away. You don't have to see me again. I'm not gonna cause problems. Just let me go.
Come get you.
No,
down
just let me go.
here.
No. Just let me go. It's just one less person. I'm not gonna cause problems. I was
Okay.
just riding with these guys because they happened to, be on the up and up for a little bit, and then the captain started snorting coke.
Okay, we will let you go back to town where you will be arrested.
Oh, that's funny. No.
Next thing you know, Hercule just spits a ball bearing from the ship 100 feet.
You see he stows his bow and is preparing to flee.
Whisper to Lumia. Lumia, do you still have another sleep?
Oh, that I do. But if we sleep him in the air, Moggs, he will fall to his death.
Cast sleep on him. Just do it.
What?
Are you gonna try to catch him, Fen?
Yes.
You and the creature will take falling damage.
No, I got it.
Oh no.
Oh, I know what's happening here.
Oh, I see.
Hey.
Okay. So let's go ahead and reintroduce. Let's reintroduce initiative real quick.
Reintroduce.
So where did we leave off? We left off. It was Harvey tied those guys up. Then it was Billy that knocked these guys out, or made this guy surrender, then it was going to be, so he was here. We'll go ahead and say that he starts his turn from here. Aarakocra, let me make sure that I am getting this guy's flight speed correct. Beautiful. So he is going to take a dash action, which gives him 100 feet of movement speed.
Jesus!
Hello?
He is an Aarakocra with 50 feet of flight speed. He
Wow.
moves to here. If you can get to him to cast Sleep on him, he will land in the water. Moggs, I assume that you want to move closer so that you can still Featherfall. This Featherfall is a 60-foot radius, right? Or a
Yeah.
60-foot range. So 60 feet would be... You would have to be in the air. Or actually, no, because you can do it in mid-flight. Or is it when they start to fall? What is the wording on
It's a reaction cast, so I
It
can
is a
cast
reaction
when
cast.
when he comes into my range.
One reaction when a creature within 60 feet of you falls. Okay, no, that was the wording I was looking for. I know it's a reaction. I just needed to know what the wording was. Because if it says when a creature begins to fall, then no, you can't. But if it says if they are falling, then yeah, you can. So within 60 feet, assuming you are at the very edge of the thing here, yeah, that absolutely reaches if you manage to get there. So where do you end up, Moggs?
I can get anywhere within there.
Okay, let me move you to what I feel like will be the closest, and then let's check to make sure that this intersects with the base of his model, which it absolutely does. So you can cast Featherfall on him. Lumia, can you get within 90 feet of him to cast Sleep on him? To set the metric for Sleep's 90-foot range, you have to be able to enter this bubble.
Okay.
You have a 45-foot flight speed right now.
Okay. Oh. I'm gonna do the little ruler.
Do the ruler and see if you can get within.
No.
Try using the bubble instead,
Oh.
because the bubble also factors in vertical movement in the case that would intersect with it. I will say it doesn't just have to touch; it does have to intersect.
Oh.
Not quite within range to be able to sleep him.
Before wait, how's
Is
that?
he hurt at all?
No,
No.
he hasn't taken any damage.
Okay. Good to know.
So I am going to go ahead and say, just for in the case that you guys get the sending spell or the scrying spell later, he leaves behind a couple of feathers.
I cast Longstrider on Lumi before I move.
I would have given it to you were it not for how teeth pulley this feels. This guy gets away.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say
What?
it. This guy
Okay.
gets away.
He seemed
wanna-
pretty chill.
It's fine. I feel like this is still very net positive.
Yeah.
He leaves behind some feathers, which will allow you to do scrying and sending stuff on him later if you so choose. But otherwise, he flies into the ocean, like not towards land. He does not go to land.
How long can he fly for? My
I would
God.
like for all of you guys to make a survival check as he does so.
Survival.
Wow.
Guide me.
Imagine.
God, this is pathetic. See? No bonuses.
Ooh!
Natural 20! Yeah, don't worry, guys. It's fine. We have a natural 20.
I got a 2.
Let's
Sounds-
go.
What's your bonus
26.
survival? 26? Okay, natural 20 and 26. You get the impression that he has a very specific direction that he is going to. There's something out there that he's going to.
Which direction is that?
In conjunction to the coast, he is going southwest.
Oh, here we
He
go.
does pass the fishing boat, and you see that he sort of like gives you guys a half-hearted salute as he flies away.
Oh,
I desperately want to shoot him.
No.
I mean, I'm fairly certain you probably have. What's the range on your short bow?
I don't know offhand. I was gonna utilize sharpshooter too.
You just want to shoot him to kill him? Like, what's your objective here?
You'd kill him.
Like, I don't want to kill him.
Well, then don't do that.
I'm not gonna kill him. I'm not gonna kill him. But I want to kill him. I'm not gonna kill him.
You're a little. Maybe you're the evil person in the party. I don't know, man. I'm looking at you kind of different lately.
you've
Been bisecting goblins and trying to
I
shoot people that are
bisected
fleeing.
a goblin.
Hey, yeah, one too many in my book.
Didn't you try to kill somebody
Yeah,
else?
that's
as
what I'm
well?
saying. One goblin is
You
too
know what
many.
he did? He did.
When? I did no such thing.
Harvey, you put a psychic knife into a person's butt today.
I did
You
do
did.
that, but
He liked it.
yeah,
Oh,
he was
fair.
like yeah.
You did him a favor.
Merry
Oh my God.
Christmas.
I do.
He slipped me 5 copper pieces. I don't know.
Oh my God.
That's enough. All right.
Yep.
Well, let's
Okay, all right,
Let's start
okay.
wrangling up these guys and try to figure out how to transfer them back.
You guys wrangle them up, put them onto the boats, and start on your way back. They're outside of the very shoddy weapons that are here. There isn't much.
Oh.
You're allowed to take the weapons if you so desire, but I'm going to tell you that they are of a shoddy make and have a -2 penalty to any attacks made with them. There's
The
not
hell were they
really
hitting us with these?
there's no repairs. Like you could use them for parts to make something else, but you can't like repair the weapon. Especially the guns. The guns themselves are, you're surprised that they're firing. Although there's like 18 on the captain. You open up his coat and he's fucking strapped with a shit ton of them. So if you guys want, you can take some of their weapons or armor, but they are shoddy make. There was, of course,
How
the
many of these
10
dudes are
gold that
broke?
you found, Harvey. Outside of that, they really just have food.
I was gonna say everybody add 2 gold to your thing because I'm gonna divvy that out. but-
Oh man, you can keep it.
Oh.
You got it. You found it.
I didn't realize that you were so rich. You're too rich for gold pieces. That's crazy.
Listen.
I'm
Perks
rich
of
in
being
friends.
perks of being the rogue. Perks of being the rogue and going on solo stealth missions is no one gets to know what happens on solo stealth missions.
I'm
You
I'm just trying to be a nice
found
guy. Just trying to be a nice guy.
found 10 gold. So while you guys have managed to take care of 14 or 15 of or 14 of the 15 pirates that were here, with only a single one escaping, there is the matter of how you're going to transport them when you get back to land, because you do have a quarters day travel back to town.
Yeah.
You have 14 dudes that you need to transport 4 hours to town. I'll let you wrestle with the manner in which you intend to do this while we take
Everybody
a break.
holds hands.
Let's go ahead and take a good old-fashioned 5 or 10 minute break. So we are at the tail end of the session. The majority of what remains is flavorful stuff.
Get this
I
stuff
assume
done.
you guys have at least 100 feet's worth of rope, which will largely be sufficient to daisy chain all these guys together.
Oh yeah.
It is easy enough to do. You guys managed to do it while you're in the boat on the way back. When you finally get to shore, you slap a couple of them awake, or you even wait an hour or two for them to wake up. When they do, a lot of them are upset. A lot of them have, obviously gotten battered and bruised and cut and all other kinds of stuff, but they are complying as they recognize they've been beaten. Their weapons are gone, their armor is gone, their captain is still coked out, but is also tied up with them. So
It's just tweaking in the front.
Yeah, he's twitching. His eyes. One of his eyeballs is like twitching, and the other one is just not blinking. He doesn't say anything. It doesn't seem like he has much to say. This was very clearly not like an incredibly organized gang. It was just organized enough for them to be opportunistic in the moment of weakness at Swarvel. Certain security assets from Zalam went to go help. So Zalam's security was weakened, and they took advantage of it. That's all that this is, really.
Oh, okay.
You guys take them back to shore, and it takes you a little longer than usual for you all to get home and into Zalam proper. Your tag was waiting for you guys as she had been made aware of the fact that you were going out, and the constable as well. I believe he's the constable. Let me make sure that Let me make sure I'm getting this right. The Marshal Tobias, and your tag are both waiting for you guys at the city entrance. The Marshal waves at you guys. Your tag nods along as she sees you all approaching with 14 bandits in tow. You see that Marshal like counts the number of heads that are there and kind of like furrows his brow. Goes, okay, all right. We don't have room. I'm not gonna lie. We don't really have room. We'll just put 2 in a cell, I guess. That's what we'll do. Would you mind helping escort them to the stockade?
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. I will also say that you guys had a moment to say goodbye to Captain Herkel. If you offer him the ship, he immediately says no.
Oh.
Can we ask why?
It's too big.
I mean,
That's fair, that's fair.
For one man, yeah.
I can't sail it either. It doesn't move really. It would be
What if you-
like I gotta
What if you
anchor
just
it.
use it as a home?
I don't want to. Oh, why is this accent changed? I don't really want to.
It's got corn.
Yippee.
It
Don't
does
trust
have
the
Can I
corn.
have it?
Don't trust the corn. You don't know
You
what they
have
did
the
to it.
boat. No, I imagine the city's probably going to take the boat to break it down to use the wood. That would probably be the just thing to do, as the
Oh yeah.
bandits were harrying the city, after all.
Fair.
I'm sure now that the bandits are gone, that the dock will see more use, and we might be able to use the wood from that ship to actually help rebuild this place. If you happen to come...
More boats.
Yeah, sure, I think that would be lovely. But if you happen to come by in, I would say a year, maybe, you might see this place in its original splendor. It wasn't always as destitute as it is now. If you happen to come across me, I'll be glad to give you a ride on my, hopefully, me-sized boat at that time.
That would be awesome.
Well, bye. Get off my boat.
Bye.
Take these 14 people with you. Jesus.
See ya.
All right, all right.
You guys
We appreciate your help.
And so on his cold exterior, like that he gives out to you guys, it obviously does seem like he is glad to have helped. He's also glad that he did not need to put his boat at risk, really. You now understand somewhat why he was so nervous about getting close. They do have cannons, so they could have turned those cannons on him if he was close enough for them to see. But you get to town, and you help put these 14 people into the stockade. It takes some time. There aren't 14 cells, so a couple cells are packed with 2 or maybe even more people. But after the stockade is filled, you step back up through the courthouse, and you're already has your reward. Because of the fact that you brought back all of these bandits alive, she hands you 210 gold. In addition, she hands you a separate sack of gold containing 90 gold pieces. You're looking at the contract, and nothing about the contract says that she owed you an additional 90 gold. She hands that 90 gold to Caius. Doesn't say anything. Looks you dead in the eye. Hands you 90 gold. And then walks away.
What?
Caius,
Anyway,
Caius.
what is-
And I would make like smoochy faces at him. Go get her. Go get her, Tiger.
You don't know anything, so what are you doing?
I'm just kidding.
Literally.
But no, I will go up to her and like try to like reach for her hand.
Okay. You reach for her hand. Do you grab it?
Yes.
Okay. She stops. She turns.
Now, I'm going to place the gold back in her hand.
He laughs and goes, "Oh, where did you find this 90 gold? It is not mine."
I was just confused now at that moment, but
She now takes your hand in her wrist, grabs takes the gold in the hand that you handed it to her in, puts it back into your hand, takes your other hand, closes it over that bag of gold, and leans forwards and says, "You have proven to me that the name is not everything, Caius. I am sorry that I doubted you." She gives you a sort of like gentle pap on the cheek and walks away. And don't give me the gold.
okay. But then
Don't do it again. It's your gold. It's not mine.
Caius takes a moment before saying it was no longer about the connections between me and my family, or so I've learned. I guess the feeling I was feeling a bit earlier wasn't so much of pride, or it's more so an admiration or fondness towards you, I guess.
She tilts her head. Admiration, you say?
Caius is like struggling. He's like swaying like side to side a little bit, trying to like get his thoughts together on how to word it.
She tilts her head in the other direction. Caius,
He just grunts.
would you like to share a bottle of wine with me later?
Oh, I don't really drink wine. Would I be able to bring my own?
I believe you will like this wine. I know your type. You
Caius
have ever had
raises
dwarven fire wine before?
Dwarven fire wine. I'm interested.
She perks up, her ears kind of like perk up, and she's like, "I knew you would be."
Then yes, I think I will join you for a
Meet
bottle
me
of
at the
fire.
office of Road Warden Affairs after dusk today. She looks and sees that the sun is coming up, and she's like, "Dusk today would give you enough time to get the sleep that you need."
Yeah. After wrangling these bandits all night, I feel like that would be best. Kind of like glance back at the group.
She turns back around and walks back into the stockade to help like get all of the people like registered, get their names and stuff. Congratulations, you guys are back in town. So 300 gold to be divvied amongst the 5 of you. If I were to divide 300 gold by 5, that gives each of you 60 gold.
Nice.
You can choose to give every one of you 60, or you could also choose to give each of you 50 and then put 50 in the party pot. That is up to you. There's a couple other ways you could divvy it up if you wanted, but I just kind
I
of
feel
figured I
like
would
since
mention
we're
that.
going into the next big town, I feel like we should have our own money divvied up. But honestly, as long as we're open communication on like what we want to, like,
Save up for?
yeah, on what we want to save up for, we can just start putting money in the party pot whenever we want. Honestly.
For sure. Absolutely.
I agree.
Cool. You guys are back in town. Do you have any things that you want to do? I'm not gonna be a stickler for your rest. I will go ahead and say that you guys will have an opportunity at some point during the day to rest, but for our purposes, you're going to actually go to bed, and we'll end the session at dusk. So, let's go ahead and go down the list. Moggs, do you have anything that you want to do while you are in town before we cut to dusk?
No,
'Cause you're
Moggs.
60 gold richer. I don't know
Yep.
if you have anything that
And-
you wanted to get.
Not really looking to show my face in shops.
That's very valid.
But
Billy.
why not?
Billy, do you have anything that you want to do?
I do not.
Lumia, do you have anything that you want to do?
Nope.
Harvey?
I also do not.
It came quicker than you expected, didn't it, Bear?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Quicker than you expected. You thought you were gonna get a break.
Oh, you
Oh,
son of a
no.
bitch.
Oh no, what
But
are we
that's
gonna do? So it is close to go on. What do you
I was
got?
gonna say before I do go to meet her, I am going to like try and find Lumia to return the book.
Okay.
So I guess she's in her room.
Yeah, that sounds about right. She's probably
Right.
exhausted.
But he's gonna come knocking at the door.
Hey,
And
come in.
So, did you just say come in or come? Are you coming?
No, I said come in.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open the door and walk in and like. So, I'm going to go ahead and return this to you now. It was not what I was expecting, but I think I kind of understand. And I also wanted to let you know that Yer has invited me for wine.
Oh, that's so exciting. When?
Now I'm heading out now, actually.
Oh.
So
Are you ready?
I don't know. This is all new to me, but I do want to get at least try to make it clear somehow for the best I can. So here, I'm going to like I'm holding the book out with both hands towards you.
I take the book and I give Caius a pat on the shoulder and say, just be honest. I believe in you. Just speak your truth.
I will try my best. And then I'm going to like slowly turn to walk away. You can clearly tell he's like nervous and kind of stiff.
I was gonna say you're walking like you've got your gears are grinding. You're not. You're really struggling. Okay, so you head over to the office of Road Warden Affairs. The outside of the it's dusk. It's evening time. The sun is beginning to set in the far distant horizon. The constant, gentle misting that saturates Zalam has lightened but not stopped. The ever damp air in this place being pretty persistent. And you approach the office, the stone building beneath the wooden bridges that comprise the majority of Zalam. There is the bounty board to the left of the door, and there is a bench to the right of the door that you can see currently sitting in. She has a bag sashayed over her shoulder. And she spots you as you approach. She stands. And steps over to you and holds out her arm for you to take hers.
Oh my god, I'm so glad I read that book. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and gently take her arm as well.
Cool. She gestures with her head in a direction and goes, It may not be the most romantic location, but I do know a relatively private place that we can go and enjoy each other's company. Come with me.
Well, isn't that?
And
I was about to say, well, isn't that lucky? I'm not too keen on the romance side of things as of yet.
good. She takes you through the town, up onto a bridge, and then down some stairs until you arrive at a simple stone structure surrounded by black metal gates. You see that there is someone inside the cordoned off area here who is currently dusting with what looks like a broom. And Yer makes a hand motion, which he looks up and sees and smiles. He is a lizard folk.
Mhm.
He approaches, kind of hunched over. Lizard folk are typically pretty large creatures. This looks like a somewhat frail lizard folk, maybe quite elderly. And he unlocks the gate and opens it inwards to allow you and your tag inside. He closes the gate, doesn't lock it so that way you guys can leave when you wish, and kind of just smiles and nods to your tag.
I dip my head to him as well as I pass by.
He acknowledges it. Your tag signs something to him with her hand, to which he signs back. And they leave you as you step into a beautiful, lush courtyard. It's not lavish by any stretch of the imagination. There are a pair of steel benches, or a pair of black iron benches. There is a small fountain that is trickling in the center. There are some trees overhead that grant you some respite from the constant misting in the air. And the temple itself remains, a little bit a ways from the two of you. You're looking at the temple, and you see the temple doesn't even have a door. It just has an archway, and it leads inside to what looks like cold stone. There are some stone benches, and there is a stone altar and all sorts of stuff. You don't know what this temple is. You have no idea. You don't recognize any of the iconography through here either.
Because I was about to say, when we made our way through town and stuff, we never saw this.
You did not know. You could make a religion check if you want to try to guess what this is. It would need to be a pretty substantial religion check.
I'll give it a chance.
Oh
my god!
Yes! Yeah.
So, I
awesome.
ask before I answer your question on... ask before I tell you what this is, that you keep in mind that this may not be indicative of worship on your tag's part, okay? This is a temple dedicated to the host of malicious intent.
Oh.
The host is known for being the arbiter of karmic justice. They are known for being the embodiment of irony and death to evildoers. They're not a good god, like by any stretch of the imagination. They're a pointedly neutral one, as they sort of just represent people getting their just desserts. That's kind of what the Temple of the Host represents, or what the Host of Malicious Intent represents. And this is the Temple of the Host.
Okay.
Your tag takes you to one of the benches and sits down. You see that the lizard folk man arrives again with a little wooden table that is at just the right height to actually eat off of where this bench is. He sets it down in front of you, nods to the two of you with a very wide smile, and walks away. He goes back into the temple. You are no longer able to see him or hear him or anything. It's just the two of you. See that your tag opens up her rucksack and takes out a relatively small, I won't say vial. It's not quite a pitcher either. It's a bottle, or a small bottle, of what looks like this kind of brackish crimson looking liquid in a clear bottle with a stopper that has a wax seal over it. Then she takes out 2 very small glasses, what we would know as shot glasses, and uses a knife to carve off some of the wax and uncork the bottle. And she pours you a glass and pours herself a glass. She gestures to yours and takes hers in her hand.
I guess I'll go ahead and raise up mine to hers, and I guess we cheers or clink glasses.
Have you got a toast?
At the moment, if I'm being completely honest, I wasn't sure what to expect before getting here, but for now, let's just toast to our future endeavors and both of our goals. Because in a way, we're both looking for the same people.
He nods. To our future endeavors. May our swords never cross. And she clinks glasses with you. And does not take it like a shot. She takes a sip.
Oh, I take it like a shot.
You take it like a shot? Make a con save.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
What's your bonus?
Jeez. My bonus, I have a +4.
+4, so that's an 11?
Mm-hmm.
So you're feeling a little bit tipsy after you effectively have, I don't know, like
one shot?
Like 150 proof fireball, basically. You basically have absinthe. You have rubbing alcohol in a single shot. You see that it's obvious that it affects Yer as well, but because she only took a sip, she kind of is just letting it air out she's letting it air out her nasal passage in the whole 9 yards. Like she breathes in and feels how crisp it feels in the air. And you are kind of just like
it takes a moment like this.
You don't even have a moment to cough. It just burns.
Yeah, he just grunts and like tries to like put a fist to his chest like
all right. Let us never cross swords, and you don't die of alcohol poisoning either. She pours you another glass.
If I'm being honest, I've never had an alcohol this strong before.
Hey, see, dwarves, they know how to make them. The Macarian dwarves here on Erendipitus are known for smuggling ale out of their keeps. If you ever happen across the southern continents, you might want to stop by. The reputation that the Macarian dwarves get for themselves are, if I may be completely honest with you, wrong. They're actually quite nice people.
Well, I'll keep that in mind if I ever make my way that way.
She holds up a finger. She's like, brief correction. They are nice people as long as you drink with them.
Again, sounds like my kind of people.
She nods. I figured as such. What has brought you to Erendipitus in the first place, Caius? Is your mother, is she the only reason that you have come here?
Caius shakes his head before putting the shot glass back down and says, if I'm being completely honest, before arriving here, I didn't even know my mother was alive. The only thing I had to remember or know of her existence was this necklace that I have, and he like taps at the blue necklace on he's wearing. Other than that, there was nothing. My father didn't even speak of her. But the reason why I came here was I was setting out to better my own skills and gather my own strength.
Erendipitus would be a good place to do that.
So I've seen. So far, I've come across quite a few formidable creatures out here.
And a few formidable allies, I will also say. 14 bandits. Alive. That is very impressive.
Here.
I expected half that number.
You're right. If I'm being completely honest, I only took out one of them.
Don't sell yourself short. I hear there was a mighty plan that you all concocted. And that the truth of it is that a lot of that plan came from you.
Yeah. Planning can only go so far. We worked with the information we had, and we did our best.
For certain. For certain.
Anyway, that's bandits aside. What made you choose this place of all places?
She looks up at the temple and takes a sip. I have a history with your family, as is very plainly obvious to see.
No kidding.
I do not have a very happy life as a consequence of actions that your mother may or may not have taken. And in a moment of weakness, I pledged myself to avenge those that I had lost. And the host took that as a sign to grant me blessings.
I guess raises a brow a bit, and if you don't mind me asking, these blessings, what do you mean?
I would rather not say. They are not kind blessings. Hold on, wife, can you do me a favor? I haven't put the pizza in the oven. Can you put it in the oven?
You're still doing it.
So sorry. I should have muted. I should have muted for that.
But like you stayed in the
Your
voice.
tag just says wife.
Wife.
What? 14 minutes. Your tag is shouting to the lizard folk.
Wait,
Wife.
Wife.
That is his name.
Wife, I need you to put my pizza in the oven.
Oh my god.
It is imperative that you put the pizza in the oven. Jesus Christ.
God.
Coming back down for that. Ooh. She shakes her head and she says, I would rather not say. It is not something that I'm happy about. It is not something that I want. It is not something that I will use if I can help it. But I'm not certain that I have a choice.
Oh, that's fair. You can keep. Everybody has their secrets that they don't want to speak about, and this choice to use this power is yours. And if it forces your hand, then if that's the best course of action, then that's what you must do. We've all had to make our hard decisions, and hey, I guess like that whole part right there is just Caius thinking back to when he first chose to leave home. So, but anyway.
You see that she leans back into the bench and takes another sip and offers you, if you want to sup on it a little more.
Oh yeah, he's gonna.
And if you do decide to sip on it, it's actually very pleasant. It has a remarkable sort of like a herbal or floral kind of flavor to it. It's almost like I know that this probably doesn't sound pleasant to some people, but it's almost like rosewater and Jägermeister. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. It's definitely an acquired taste, but it is sort of like this. It is close enough to being medicinal to register in someone's brain as medicinal, but is very obviously not.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a pleasant taste overall.
I guess after the second sip, Caius will like perk up a bit and like, this is one of the ones you gotta enjoy slowly, I guess.
Very, very slowly. Otherwise, we will have a problem like what you experienced earlier.
I'd rather not. Anyway. And I guess...
But She leans back, and it's very obvious. She's not like. She speaks with you. She has a conversation with you. But she largely seems to be content sitting here in silence with you and just enjoying your company. So if you choose to initiate and speak with her and ask her questions, she will absolutely answer. But it's not going to like annoy her.
Oh yeah,
that either. Just to put that out there, that like the disposition that you have gleaned from your tag is a person who's perfectly content with sitting in silence with another person.
But I'm going to go ahead and bring it back again. I'm going to say about what I said earlier. You aren't, from what you've told me, your current standing with my family and everything aside, and even what I know, what you said when we first arrived, I wasn't quite sure what it was until recently, but as I said, I have began to grow quite fond of you.
She nods.
And again, like I said, this coming from a place of my tribe and everything, especially when my entire focus was gaining personal strength, I'd never actually thought to stop to think about romance. So forgive me if I'm being forward with this entire conversation, I guess. And he's starting to like kind of like his eyes doesn't know where to go.
She has such an amused expression on her face. she's kind of just like watching you flounder and just like soaking it in.
Caius is like bringing a hand to his face. He's like,
oh, no, please keep going. She chuckles. She shakes her head. I'm sorry. This it is very funny trying to watching you try to find the words to say.
What more can I say? I don't know how much more honest I can be here, but like I said, I can't quite explain it myself. This is a first for me. And he's literally like floundering. You can see like his cheeks like glow slightly with orange.
She recognizes the absolute chaos currently occurring in your brain. She sets down her glass and reaches out to grasp your hand.
He's gonna flinch slightly, but he does take her hand.
When you flinch, she looks up and says, "Gently now."
He groans. I can be a warrior staring down the most heinous of creatures, but to think this is quite a sad appearance, if
Caius,
I'm being honest.
Caius, romance is a different beast entirely. Warriors are not adept at romance. Believe me, I have seen many warriors flounder over words even worse than you. It's okay. Your forwardness is appreciated. I tire of games. I think a direct approach is the best way to do these sorts of things, at least for me. We don't have to do anything or be anything together if you simply want to be here with me now. If in the future your mind is unclouded and you refine these feelings, whatever these may be, you see that she reaches into a pocket and pulls out a small stone. In the hand that she is grasping, she turns it over to where your palm is up and her hand is beneath yours. She sets the stone in your palm and closes your hand around it, and then reveals a second identical stone in her hand. She moves your hand up to your ear and then puts her stone to her mouth and says, "You can speak to me whenever you like." And you hear the words coming from the stone.
Caius is gonna take a moment and just like look at the stone before a smile. Like it's I don't
It is
I don't know if you guys
it is
have
a
seen
simple
like
magical trinket. I think that you will figure out the words to use eventually.
when I do, you will be the first to hear it.
She nods. Leans back into the chair. She is not like fully leaning into you, but is shoulder to shoulder with you. And continues to hold your hand and sits there supping fire wine with you. She looks up to see, the sun has set, and there is the briefest of breaks in the clouds, revealing some stars.
I guess it's at this moment where Caius, being who he was or who he is, has never actually like took a moment to stop and enjoy a moment.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something new to him, and he is absolutely like enjoying every moment.
Beauty of the world.
And for like, I guess while she's looking up, his gaze like lands on her for a moment, and he just silently smiles before looking back up.
In the silence of what is now the night, in front of a temple dedicated to a hellaciously dangerous god that may or may not have blessed this person who you may or may not have feelings for, who may or may not want to kill your mom.
This is going to be a crazy conversation later down the line.
Thanksgiving's going to be awkward.
It's going to be
Mom, Dad, this is your tag. She just pulls out a sword and starts fighting your mom. Your dad's like, "Wow, you really got a fire starter, didn't you?"
I mean, to be fair, from what I've heard about my mom and so far, I'm slightly leaning on her side.
Fair.
Because again, she's still a complete stranger to me.
Yeah, that's very valid. But in this evening, with a chill taking the air, your dwarven fire wine causing the air to feel crisp and clean, and with the warmth of a companion by your side, we will go ahead and close this session here.